What's going on? It's Robert Kelly here, and I want you to join my Patreon. I got this.
Why is Andrew Schultz sitting like a lesbian?
I got that.
Take a look.
This too.
Oh, what's in the box?
Dude. Oh, whoa. I've been waiting months for this. And check this out. Oh, no. All right, we have a special guest coming in. Your background, what is that?
Hold on a second. Somebody's teasing me. Hold on a second. That's not my fault. Okay, sorry.
This is on there.
I think we definitely empowered trolls. We gave trolls a template for how to nail each other.
And this.
Less titty challenge.
Oh, shit. Did you break your bed? It don't matter. I think that's it. Nope. You get this too. Dude.
It's always been fun to be friends with you, doing stand-up comedy all these years.
So hit the button, click it, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. You'll thank me later.
Patreon.com with Robert Kelly. I talked to Uncle June and Johnny Sheck the other day. It's good for business.
I want to tell you about a amazing company that me and my wife found. We've been going to New Hampshire for the last 30 years, vacationing, and we love it up there. We've been renting, and we've been a guest, and we've always wanted to own, but we couldn't afford it. It was just out of our reach until we found Tiny Homes of Maine. This company is amazing. It's a husband and wife. It's a family-owned business, and they make the most amazing tiny homes on the market. They're built to withstand Maine winters, and they look amazing. They're fully customizable, and they have 3 different sizes. You should check them out. If you're thinking about, having a second home or maybe downsizing or, just having an office, go tiny and go to Tiny Homes of Maine. The company is amazing, and they help you every single step of the way, from finding the right one for you, from making it from the ground up, and to finding about the laws in your area and financing. You couldn't go with a more amazing company and a more amazing family than Tiny Homes of Maine. Yeah, baby. We're starting the podcast right now. We're back. You know what, dude? Live. Welcome, everybody, to the show. YKWD. I started social media and podcasting. The fact. The YKWD podcast. YKWD's back again. Old school, back in the day, where it all started before them all. YKWD. This podcast is so fun and crazy. It has no rules. Shut up. You're ruining this.
Where's the bandana, man?
Sorry, it's a comedy podcast. This isn't NPR.
That's what this podcast does.
Is there any better show? This is the original. There he is. Hey, Dave. What's up, buddy? Where's Dave sitting? Where's Dave sitting? You're right there, buddy. Yeah, right there. Yeah. You're, what's up, buddy? How are you?
How are you?
What's
Good
going
to
on?
be back.
Good to see you. We're talking about, we're talking about the Laughable shows coming up. My show's coming up, but I bought her this water bottle, Dave. This beautiful, I got as a gift for her.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. I got her one. I got Jim Serpico one. I got myself one. I got Tom Saletti one. I got Bardo one. Joe List. Hang on, everybody, real quick. Joe, you're on the YKWD Live. What's up?
Oh, wow. How about that?
Yeah.
I used to just be there on the show.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've been busy.
Well, I was available today.
Well, come down.
That's why I'm calling. I have nothing to do.
All right, well, come on in if you want. Is there room for Joe?
Yeah, there's always room.
Yeah, as long as you don't talk too much, come on down.
Well, I'm in Astoria. It's pretty far away, and I don't really enjoy being there.
Well, what the f*** are you talking about?
Who's on the show? I don't hear anybody.
Well, we got Dave. Dave, what's your last name again?
Smith,
Dave
asshole.
Smith.
I've known you for a decade.
It's a comedy show, Dave. Relax. It's called sarcasm and joking around. This guy just went.
I'm going to storm off like Lewis.
No, go ahead. I should have let him go. Why did I stop him? Why would I ever stop him? I should have just, because you know, he would have got down the street and went, what the fuck? he would have cooled down by Bryant Park.
Dude, Lewis showed me the video and he goes, I think I come off pretty good in this video. And I go, you come off like a psychopath in this video.
He does.
But he literally he plays back the evidence. Like Lewis is the guy who like shows is like, Your Honor, she gave me a note saying that she loved me, and it's like a grocery list.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's like he gets up, I'm f***ing out of here. It's like, dude, what are you doing, Joe? Are you getting arrested?
What? Oh, no, I was listening to the show.
Oh, all right. All right, we got to go. Are you coming or not?
I can't come in Queens. What are you talking about? The show already started.
All right, well, I'll talk to you later then. I love you so much.
I love you. My feelings are hurt. Bye.
What? Yeah, he's f***ing nuts. I watched that thing. I was like, what the... Who, first of all, who wants to fight their friends? Who fights? Who says, I gotta go because I'm gonna beat you up? And out of all the people that has ever helped this fucking ape, me, I should have let him go. Why did I stop him from going to fucking LA? I should have he would have been a Mexican out there right now. He would have been trying to, hello.
King of Mexicans.
He would have been the king of Mexicans. Then the whole rattlesnake thing would have played better.
Yeah.
Right?
That's definitely a more rattlesnake welcoming environment.
Yeah,
out
they
there,
have
that dry desert.
Yeah, we have like fucking what do we have? We have like coyotes.
Yeah, he's like should be the Puerto Rican water bug in New York.
The Puerto Rican cockroach. Oh, that was a fucking. Then the best part is that he fell right on his asshole. And then all that shit, he winds up apologizing to the girl. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I never got an apology, Dave.
I think they both apologized.
I don't give a fuck.
I think it was a mutual.
Do you know who didn't get an apology, Dave?
You?
I didn't get an apology.
Well.
He was gonna. We almost got into a fight. I didn't get an apology.
Well, that's something that you should talk about. With
Well, we
Lewis.
know what side you're on. Blup blup. How's it go?
Listen, understand. Gas Digital pays my bills.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can't fucking blame you. Good for you. Good for you for being loyal, you cocksucker. How much will it cost to get you over here? every week on the YKWD. Ugh, no, you're not. Is this how? Forget it. I don't want to talk about it. Is this out? Are we out with this?
Sure.
Oh! We got the first. We're gonna have the first Legion of Skanks, dude. The YK. You guys are gonna join the fucking the two head gangs in New York.
You have kids that'll be half like
West Side Story.
You're gonna have a kid who fucking can beat the shit out of people, and he's a nice person.
It's just when he's like our kid like opens the door for something, be like, that's his YKWD. So
Yeah, when he slams it on his fingers for not saying you're welcome.
He's an eighth Gomez. So you gotta understand.
You guys are gonna have the first YKW fucking skank.
Oh my God. The love of God.
All right, announcement number 2. She's pregnant.
Oh, I would so be. Oh my God. First of all, you know how
kill me.
I wouldn't be happy. You finally get tits instead of these illusions that you're creating.
Well, there's
for
one
everybody.
man that knows what they look like.
Yeah, and we know, and he got the same chest as Dave. You know how disappointed Dave was the first night when he took those cans out and they went wah wah. This is like me lying on top of me.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, dude, her tits are great. Keep going though.
Come on.
Ah, yay!
Her tits.
No, I completely disagree, but you could do this for another 5 minutes. I'll just smile.
Do you like her titties?
I do actually. I don't love big titties. I don't. Joe List does the same. He's got a bit about it.
Of course you don't. Of course you can't.
Gross, big flopping titties.
Yeah,
horrible.
Disgusting.
Yeah, big, juicy, awesome boobs. Why would I want those in my face?
Fat.
Honestly, I'll say this. This is probably get me in trouble. This is a shitty thing to say, but I think guys always almost, it's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
We want whatever we don't have.
You just call her
it's
a
like,
beast?
No, I'm saying we're the beast.
Okay,
the nature of guys is beasts.
And
There's
I was joking
lovely
again,
beauty.
Dave. Stop breaking. All right, listen, you libertarian. This isn't Fox News or Kennedy. Stop breaking down everything I say. All right, you don't have to laugh, but you don't have to break it down to its fucking rawest form, asshole. Go ahead.
No, but I just think whatever you're like, if you like, whatever you have, you start to think about the other. I think that's the nature of guys.
So I don't understand.
So if you're with a chick who has big tits,
yeah,
but like a flat ass, then you're like, oh, I wish I had a chick with an ass. And then when you're with a chick with a great ass, you're like, oh, but I have a chick with big
I don't
tits.
know about that. I think you go, I mean, I'll speak for myself because I don't know how I hate when people go, guys think this way.
Fair
I don't
enough.
think you do. I go into phases of of certain things. Sometimes I like a big titty. Sometimes I like a small titty. I've been in small titty phase where I like a nice little fucking, you know, redneck backwoods titty. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just a flat-chested lake bitch tit. You know?
Ew.
You know, fucking all her brothers have dirt bikes. Yeah, just a Christy McNichol tit. You know what I mean? I don't mind that, but then I like a nice juicy titty. I've been in nice juicy real titty phase. Like I walked into I shouldn't even say. I get so scared now of saying what I really
You just
mean
gotta
on this
say
thing.
it.
Well, shut up. Yeah, fucking, it doesn't matter. Just gonna say
We're
it.
all out now.
Yeah, right. I get scared that I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and because I went to the doctor's today, and I've got to get surgery, and all the girls as soon as I walked in, I was just looking at their cleavage, like just a fucking pervert. But it wasn't like awesome Playboy cleavage. It was just that fucking juicy middle-aged titty.
So you're definitely not more of a tip guy than an ass guy.
I like flat asses. I like a guy
You like
ass.
flat asses?
I like a dude
Flat
ass.
asses?
I want a little boy ass on a girl. I like a little boy ass.
This is the part that you should have been careful about saying.
I like a little. I do. My wife's got a little fucking boy ass. My wife has no ass whatsoever. She has
You
not.
got great tits.
She's got great tits. Yeah, they cost a fucking $10,000. But I think I got a deal on them. I did.
You did not.
I did. I got a fucking deal.
Really?
Shut
Yeah,
up.
she worked for she was doing a laser hair removal on a high end for this doctor. And the other doctor was the best boob guy in New York City. I mean, Playmates and Playboys would fly out here to be with this guy. And he was like, look, I have this really bad back. It's hairy. Laser my back because it takes a long time to do. And I'll give you boobs for nothing. You just have to pay the anesthesia.
What a beautiful barter that was.
Unbelievable.
We're both going to make each other a little more fuckable.
So she... I was going to deny it, but then I was like, yeah. That was the day. I had a joke in my actor. I was like, the day your wife comes home was the best acting I've ever done in my life. I think I'm getting fake boobs. I was like, no, why?
No, don't,
Why would
please.
the left one's so much bigger than the right one, and that nipple looks like it was melted, and that looks like a Filipino boy nipple. Why would you want to make those perfect?
Why even do that? But you could do it next Wednesday. You're free all day. Just saying. But why even do that? Seriously, 3 to 5.
Well, she got in just before this guy went to jail. By the way,
get out.
He wound up having this massive fetish. Where he tried to get her to do it too, and she was like, "Go fuck it." Thank God my wife has self-esteem.
Yeah.
Because she was like, "I want this size, and that's it." And this, she did all the research. This is what I want. Blah 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 blah. And he was like, "I think you should go a little bigger." And she was like, "No."
Yeah.
And she really was like, "That's it."
Fuck you.
He would make girls' boobs too big.
Like the cartoonish big boobs, like those.
Huge boobs. And what happens then? So he'd put them back on. The nipples, it was too big. So the nipples would fall off, like they would die, and all these problems happened with these Playboy Playmates that had these tits that were too big, and the nipple when it reattached didn't fucking take, and it just died on there like like a leaf.
You can go, so you're like medically speaking, there's a certain point you're not supposed to go past, or like, because I see those porn chicks, you know, like the way cartoonish ones.
I think you're supposed to go up and up and up. I don't think you're supposed to go just up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't know the details. I would love to research on that, but I say research and her fucking eyes start fucking twitching.
You ever? I remember last time I was at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
There was a chick there, and I mean, you just immediately you're like, you must be in porn or something like that. But I'm talking about like the fakest, biggest fucking tits I've ever seen. Like 3 normal fake double D tits.
I
on each
think
one.
you have to. You can't just go up to that. You have to progress.
You gotta train.
Yo, you have to get big ones and then bigger ones and then bigger ones. You have to. Your skin has to much like my stomach. I didn't do this in a month. It took me a couple of years, but I'm even funny on myself today. Holy shit. Yeah. Oh God. Wow. I don't think you can put that up there. Can we watch? We can't do that, right?
Is it on YouTube?
No, it's not on YouTube. Anyways, crazy. Guy wound up going to jail. Lost everything. They sued him. Fucking went to jail. It was in the Post, the Daily. It was crazy. Right after her, and I was so happy. Oh, that would have sucked if, like, a week before she was getting fake tits, I just opened the Post and there's this guy fucking right on the cover. with just a tit with no nipple, I've been like, God damn it. Like, just go, Mom. I would just do it. Do it. Just see what happens.
Jeez.
Yeah, we got a nice deal though. $1,000.
What's it normally?
It was $12,000.
$1,000.
You got it
for this guy.
Wow.
For this guy, it was that much money.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a real good deal. And they're
Total?
great.
Damn.
My wife, I tell you right now, man, I don't like talking about my wife too much because she'll fucking punch me in the face. They're real as shit. Because if you massage them and do what you're supposed, it's almost like physical therapy after an injury. You're supposed to do all this shit, and a lot of people don't, and that's why they can't walk right or they break their fucking knee again. But if you do boobs right, what you're supposed to do, which she did, they look real as shit, man. I mean, you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell. Yeah, one's bigger than the other now. One's like, one is, there's nice droop to them.
Yeah, that happens.
I like a fake titty. I love a fake titty. I just hate when a girl's on top of you and she pushes and you can see the fucking muscle.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
thank God my wife doesn't have that. Like, and then you get what you got. Just a fucking surfboard.
I'm an ass man.
Well,
I am. I don't even think, to me, I don't even understand how people are more tit than ass. Ass
Really?
means so much more to me.
Why?
Because that's what, it's like fucking. That's like what you hold when you're fucking. It's like, that's what's right there.
You don't hold the titties when you're fucking?
Well, sure, but you don't like, it's not as,
Why are we talking like we're 13-year-olds in a rap band? Yo, you don't like titties when you're fucking?
You don't hold on titties when you fucking?
What is this, Hot 97? What the fuck are we doing? Why are we talking like this? She's right here.
Yo, you
Why
ever get them titty balls up in your face, though?
Yo, you ever have... She's right here. This poor girl is right here.
What? Yes, he grabs my ass.
Okay, I don't want to know that. I don't want to know what Dave does to you.
You don't.
You understand? You're my Lauren.
I know.
And I don't want to know what awful things Dave does to you.
I treat her very nice.
Yeah,
Respectful.
Oh God, he does. He always looks like he just got done fucking. Dave always has that fucking shiny face, like he just got done banging. It's like, I actually accused you. I was like, he always looks dirty to me, like he just fucked somebody. She's like, he's very clean. He's so. It's almost annoying how much he cleans himself. You have OCD.
I said you're very clean.
Yeah.
I didn't say annoying, but I said clean.
No, I'm not
Again,
OCD, but
I'm joking, guys. I'm adding stuff in to enhance the funny. It wouldn't be funny if I just said what you really said. What are you cocksuckers? This isn't Maury Povich.
We've decided to be very serious as a couple now.
Oh, okay.
We're not so into the comedy thing.
Now let me ask you a question, Dave.
Sure.
Have you now you guys have been dating for how long? How long in secret?
Well, there was ever a secret.
No.
We were just like, I don't know. How long have we, you know this. You're the girl.
Like, I don't know, like
Hey,
January?
hang on
Yeah,
1 second.
few months.
Go get the door. Sorry, Dave. Go ahead. What were you saying?
It's cool. I like when you talk to her that way. It's, yeah, like, I don't know, a few months.
I was sorry, man. I was kidding. I just called her baby. I was still misogynistic. You can't win nowadays, Dave. You can't.
I apologize, Toots.
Hey, Broad. Thanks a lot. Make sure there's a water for these guys. Get your man another water. What kind of broad are you?
Here, I'm exhausted.
What kind of broad are you? He's thirsty, David. I'm so sorry.
I love this.
Oh, you guys can share water? It's disgusting. So you guys were dating for how long?
Yeah, like around January.
January, really? Now, when did you must have saw her on the show, right?
I met Lauren on the show, yeah.
You met Lauren on the show, and that night, was it that night that it happened?
No. We met like a while.
Timmy, right here, baby.
Tim.
This is Stav's roommate, Ryan. Is he in the middle? You're in the middle.
How are you, man?
All right, go ahead.
Or the
Well,
Sit over on the couch, buddy. How you doing?
Good, man.
what's up, brother? Good to see you, man.
What's I hate Lauren's a fucking asshole.
I know. I'm learning slowly.
She really is an asshole. I'm just fucking furious with your girlfriend right now. This makes uncomfortable for me now because I can't be mad at your girlfriend.
No, you can you be as mad as you want to.
Can I throw things
I like
at her?
watching her being degraded.
Oh, you do?
Oh, this is what I'm into.
True story.
I know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. And you know what? When it's over, and it will end.
Whoa, dude!
Oh, it's
come
gonna
on.
end. Oh, it's gonna. She's a climber. Do you know her?
Oh, stop.
Bobby, she's a climber, and she chose to date me. That's your argument.
Well, she starts at the bottom. She's climbing. She's not
I'm
there.
bar one.
Yeah, she's not there.
She's still got feet on the pebbles.
Yeah. Don't kid yourself. Fucking Kevin Hart rolled in here any second. She'd be like, ah.
No, I don't take black guys.
Really?
Oh God! I swear
Wow.
to God, my dick just got a little hard right there.
Oh,
Just
really?
a little bit, not fully, but just a little bit.
Why? Because she didn't use the fucking. She said black guys instead of the other word.
If Kevin Hart, well, that's why it's only half hard. If Kevin Hart came in here, and I would be like, babe, you got to jump on that right now if there's any opening.
Why?
Jesus.
What do you think she's going to give you extra cash?
After he's done destroying your pussy with his dick that's probably as big as his body. I've heard legends of Kevin's dick.
He's got a big dick. He's
That's
got a
what-
big
that's
dick.
what-
Hi, buddy. How are you?
Good, thanks for having it. Where's Ari?
Well, we know you're here.
He's on
It's
his way.
fucking. Who's on the show? Good.
What happened to Ari?
He's coming.
Oh, okay.
Relax.
All right.
What are you
mad
worried
at
about?
me.
I like to have people here with TV shows and stuff.
Are you his fucking
I feel
manager?
comfortable when people
I
have
know,
TV
Tim.
shows on the
Every-
program.
Okay.
I get a
have
little.
Oh, sorry, I don't.
I get a little nervous. I was going to bring you Irish soda bread. I had a bag of 5 Irish soda breads.
Why is he so loud?
Listen, can we get the tech right? I had
What?
5 Irish soda breads for you, and I
you
left
say?
it at my house. I apologize.
Oh, I'm sure you left it at your house. I'm
Because
sure
you said you wanted a thing for dessert that was kind of cakey and,
Yeah.
and, you know.
I can't have bread. I haven't had bread since Easter.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Is there a lie detector anywhere
Bubba,
around?
look at me.
I am. That's why I'm finding the statement interesting.
I haven't had bread. He's been on an all crackers diet.
I haven't had a carb since Easter.
Well, God bless you.
Okay.
Good for you, man.
And before that, it was a month. It's almost 2 months. I don't know the exact because I'm stopped counting, but it's almost 2 months, maybe over. Sugar or carbohydrates.
Congratulations.
Okay. Easter. When you came over for Easter.
Yes.
I would have invited you. I just didn't know you were dating. Okay. And she didn't want to come. I would have invited Dave. Next time you can come. You and Lauren can come.
All right.
If you ever bring him to my house when you babysit, I will murder you
He won't
because
come, I
you will
promise.
fuck
What
in
am I-
my couch.
Who am I, a
Are we
15-year-old
like
boyfriend?
hornballs?
You're not
No.
fucking on my house. That's it.
I would never.
Well, I got a fucking 3-bedroom ranch. If I had a
I got
5-bedroom
it.
fucking
No
duplex,
one's fucking
you
in
can
there.
fuck.
I like that you literally, in the same sentence as you invited me to your place.
You can
You
come
can
over
You're
for
invite
telling
dinner.
me I can't fuck you. I'm not
He
fucking
can
in your
come,
place.
but you can't
Buddy,
come.
you know who else said they're not fucking in my place? Dan Soder. And he fucked in my place.
No, really?
Yes.
When? What was the circumstance?
He was watching my dogs. We went to Aruba, and Dan brought fucking some MILF back to my house and got her MILF juice all over my fucking shower bench.
You have dogs?
They're dead. You want to bring up anything else?
Oh,
Carbs,
also-
dogs.
I'm
also
sorry.
down.
I don't have a
feed him.
show. I don't have fucking carbs. My dogs are dead.
Yeah,
What else
hey.
you got, fucking fathead?
I don't know. I'd like somebody with a show, some bread, and a
He's on
golden
his way.
retriever. To be honest, you know.
We God, I love comedians.
Couple of
Anybody
lumps of
else would have
bread.
been like, "Hey, I'm sorry, not a comic. Fucking, you're not gonna win, fat boy." Listen, that was you. To me.
Bobby called me in San Antonio. Goes, "There's a 3-pound cinnamon bun within 2 miles of your hotel," and I went to get it immediately. So I appreciate that as long as you're still not eating carbs, but you're projecting carbs onto me, which I appreciate.
Well, first of all, here's the deal: you're in San Antonio,
It's true.
which every comic that's ever been to San Antonio knows that he's alone. Nobody's coming to his gigs,
Right.
And he's fucking gonna kill himself,
Right.
Okay, because the hotel mediocre,
Right.
at best. Okay, there's 13 people in the crowd. Okay,
Right.
and you have all day long,
Yeah.
doing nothing,
Absolutely.
right? So now I'm gonna say, okay, make sure you get in touch with this guy,
Yeah.
Mike.
And you did the right thing.
Right?
Yeah.
And go to this place and
Yeah.
stuff your feelings with this food.
Yes.
And
That's
then
right.
go to this place and get a fucking 3-pound honey bun
Yeah.
with a chicken fried steak
Yeah.
the size of your chest.
Right.
And fucking feel good about you. At least feel good before you go to bed.
It is because there's a level of fat down there. I could be a personal trainer there.
Yeah.
That's how fat people are. They're cinnamon buns with feet. They have no, it's just amazing. And they
And it's
smoke,
not-
they all smoke.
But here's the thing too. It's a 3-pound cinnamon. 24 hours a day you can get this thing.
Yeah.
So at the middle of the night you can go, wake up in the middle of the night, and then just take a fucking Uber and buy a 3-pound fucking cinnamon.
Did you have like a premonition dream that told you needed a Cinnabon? And you
No,
woke up, you went, oh my God, Cinnabon.
No, it was me jumping off the fucking bridge in Austin where the bats come out because they didn't pick me for another festival. Oh, they put my name in fucking 12-point Helvetica under fucking Luis Gomez's. Hey, you coming to the festival?
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the poster. No name, minority woman, no name, and Bob down the bottom. 20-year fucking veteran.
And then there's somebody out there who's like, there should have been another minority.
Yeah. Where are the Eskimos? Why are they not represented?
Anyways, I'm sorry. Am I flipping out here?
No.
I really am a fucking jinx to a festival poster.
Yeah.
I never, ever, I think it's one person or two people.
Yeah.
Peoples.
Yeah.
Who make all the festival fucking posters.
Yeah.
And they hate me. They went to a show and just said, fuck this fat boy. He stinks.
It is a lot of the same people work for a lot of the big, like do shit for a lot of the big
Buddy,
festivals.
I don't know who it is, but I'm always down the bottom. It's funny because the poster is not in alphabetical order, and then towards where it gets to me, all of a sudden it goes alphabetical order.
Yeah.
And you know, RK, that's at the end. I'm going to change my name to Bobby. Start calling me Bobby. I want top of the poster.
We made that cool, Skankfest had made that cool art poster of you.
That was great. Skank.
That's really awesome.
Can we talk about Skankfest?
I'd love to.
There's too many people.
Let me tell you something
Can we just say that?
Bobby's not wrong.
There's a club that holds 14 people. You have more people playing Skankfest than in Montreal.
Okay.
Montreal goes for 2 weeks, has 95 theaters.
Let me tell you something. This is a substantially bigger festival than Montreal. So we need more people. Listen, Lewis booked it. He's Puerto Rican. They pack 12 into an apartment. That's just his mentality.
Well, there's other than the Creek, there's another venue that's huge. And
What's the other venue?
I'm not sure. Lewis,
it's
I have
like a
nothing to do
loft
with
space. It's a loft space, and they're going to have a lot of the bigger acts like Burt Kreischer and Artie Lang and people like that, probably you, on that bigger stage.
Well, we're doing YKWD.
Okay.
I think we're just doing that at the Creek on a Sunday.
Okay.
So, yeah. Look, man, I hope they have because they released that fucking, he released that thing the other day, and I was like, what the fuck? I mean, if he pulls this festival off,
he's gonna.
Shut up.
Sorry.
Stop being such a gas digital fucking cocksucker.
I'm just
I know. I'll fucking, both of you can beat it. You're in Riotcast right now.
All right.
Follow suit. Listen, okay? If he pulls it off, it's gonna be epic.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he will.
Well, I'll tell you, for what he
sure,
pulled
'cause it
off
rip-
last year was a lot of fun. I mean, you were there. You had a lot
my
of fun.
God,
It was a really
fucking
fun time, man.
Unbelievable time. Just to hang. The way a festival should be. It's just people getting together, having fun, having a good time. It shouldn't be, here's what it shouldn't be. Fucking, and it always turns into that, industry-wise, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I like Montreal. The industry's kind of not up there. It's for the young, the new people, it's still there. There's potential, but for everybody else, it's just to hang. We're going up there to hang out, do shows, and have a good time.
Skankfest will have industry, the tattoo industry. But there will be
that fucking joke was
several people.
I laughed at it, but it was really, you pushed it. The tattoo industry.
Yeah, well, the tattoo's a weird word to get in.
No, it's a funny thing. What are you on, a Dean Martin roast? You have a lot of people, the tattoo industry. Anyways, Dean, back to you. I think it's going to be great. Last year was a lot of fun. I just love the Creek, man.
I love the Creek. It's a great place, and it's there's a cool, whatever this show and obviously you guys had a lot of influence on like what we do at Legion of Skanks and stuff.
Yeah.
There's something. It's like a hang, and people who listen to it, they feel like they're like hanging with you.
Right.
So one of the cool things about Skankfest is you're not just like coming to see everybody perform. You're hanging with everyone.
Yeah, we all hang
like,
out front. I was out front last time, just hanging. There was a lot of fans.
There's a lot of people there that fucking
smoked a cigar back. In the back was fun. Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah. They travel. There's a lot of people there that travel from fucking.
Oh yeah, dude. People come from all over.
Long.
Yeah, you had that festival word in there. People love that.
People will go, man. They don't care.
Yeah,
but it's also, if they come in, if they're fans, a lot of people are like fans of not just like you or Burt Kreischer or this guy. A lot of people are fans of all you guys.
Right.
So it's an opportunity that they know they'll be able to come. If they're traveling that date, they know they'll see all of you. You know what I mean? So it's like, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, I'm going to start a festival called Guys That Should Have Made It. Guys who inspired other people who made it. That's what I'm going to start. That's my new festival.
I like
it. It's going to be me and a bunch of fucking chubby guys with gray hair and fucking brown teeth.
I like it.
Just screaming, you fucking, where'd you get that shirt?
Just a bunch of food trucks in a parking lot.
Food trucks, one theater with a basement.
Great. Inflatable chairs, beanbag chairs.
Guys who fucking, the industry fucking would, Vietnamese, suck me, I suck a dog shit, cunt. Today's a bad day, I didn't go to therapy. I skipped it. I got to get surgery on my belly button.
Why do you have
surgery there?
Why?
Both of you settle down. You're coming out too hot.
Wait,
okay?
when?
Huh?
When?
What?
When?
All right. Whoa. I just said what? I didn't hear it. You just repeat it the same
scared
way.
for you.
Why? I'm not going to die.
You don't
My
know.
He's having a cesarean. It's a very, it's a regular routine operation.
Wow, fatso.
I'm sorry. They're taking out a ribeye from
My God.
1987.
Oh my God, you fucking mushy fat queen. How dare you wear a sweater? I told you I had a fucking belly button hernia.
Yeah.
I'll
tell you
fattest thing that has ever been said in my life. My stomach was working too hard.
No, you don't know what it is. You ready?
All right.
It's that I had a cold a couple months ago, and I was sneezing really hard. And I have these bad sinuses, and I was sneezing, and I pushed a hole in my abdominal wall where the intestines kind of pop out.
Right.
Yeah.
Which
But
I'm sure happens to very healthy people. All the time.
First
Happens
of
to
all,
marathon runners.
it's the most-
I sneezed and now I need surgery. That's that story.
Type
I
this in.
sneezed, now I need surgery. The Bob Kelly story.
Buddy, you're on your way to one too. Don't kid yourself.
I know that.
You're on your way, and you're gonna call me. Hey, what doctor did you use? Everybody to go fuck off. Type in most common hernia.
Most common hernia.
And then tell her how to spell hernia.
Dave, tell
Fucking
me.
ditz from Jersey is not gonna know.
I'm
Sorry,
so
Dave.
smart.
The most common type of hernia are inner groin,
groin?
incisional resulting from an incision, femoral outer groin, and umbilical belly
That's
button.
what you have.
Belly button, umbilical one. I have. What is the least?
Umbilical.
What is the? Let me see. Different kinds of hernias. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. All right, forget it. Yeah,
What is the most common type of hernia for buffaloes? Umbilical belly button. All right. He's
fat
right. You're
fuck.
right.
First of all, don't do audio jokes, okay? Because this camera's
I'm
on
trying
you.
to keep.
Yeah. All right, with
All
your
right.
fucking, that's your Lewis thing. I want it to be funny. Shut
I'm
up.
sure-
It's funny enough without you. All right.
Listen, baby.
It's the most common one, but the groin ones are terrible. You
those
have
are
to go
rough.
for surgery right away.
So this is still happening in you. Like it hasn't been fixed yet.
No, it hasn't been fixed.
So can you feel it like right
you
now?
can push it back in.
Oh,
But mine's
Does it
not
hurt?
No. But the umbilical one is just common. It's very common, and it doesn't hurt, and you can live with it. That's why I stopped the carbs and the sugars.
Right.
Because you have to lose some weight before you get the surgery done. So I had to lose like 10 pounds. I lost like 10 pounds because I was getting. He went. It's good.
no, I'm saying it's just good whether you're doing the surgery or not.
So but they go in, they sew up, they put a piece of mesh behind the in the stomach,
Right.
and then they sew it back up, and so your stomach, because quite literally, if I push too hard, my intestines can just shoot out my belly button.
It's like the Wizard of Oz where the scarecrow's hay is falling out of his stomach, and they just got to put the scarecrow hay back in.
Yeah, it's quite a fucking thing when you know that your stomach was so full that you rip through the walls of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's horrifying.
Well, it's a routine procedure, right?
Oh, now you're on my side. Go
well, I'm
fuck
just
yourself.
well, no, I'm thinking about this happening to me very soon.
I hope it happens to you next time you're in Austin, you lonely cunt. I hope
I
you're
appreciate
shoving that
that.
fucking. Who called you this weekend?
You did.
Who else?
Nobody.
Yeah,
Nobody.
yeah, I know.
I know.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because I knew what you were going through.
Right, I know, and I appreciated that.
I've been there.
yeah.
I know you're out there alone by yourself.
Nobody else gave a shit.
Nobody else gave a
Oh,
shit.
I liked one of your Facebook statuses.
I appreciate that.
What the fuck is that?
It was a good one.
Yeah, listen.
What
I
was
forget.
it?
I don't know. It was good. It's I think it was I'm a comic. I live on a floor. Now here's what I think about France, because that was what everybody was doing now. Everybody who walks dogs for a living wanted to wade into French politics over the weekend.
I just love how I love how the same people who when Hillary lost, it's just right away like the sexism, and then the chick who's on the right loses over there, and they're like, good,
she's a Nazi. Everyone who disagrees with me is a Nazi.
This is so funny. You're like, oh, so that sexism thing. It's only if they're on your team.
Right,
Like it doesn't.
right.
It's not really about women.
Right.
It's about being on your
It's
team.
any minority. Milo Yiannopoulos is gay. And people
Doesn't
are
matter.
shooting firecrackers at him when he speaks, and everybody forgets that,
And he just wants to rape kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to read.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no.
I don't think. I mean,
We know that. Dave's kidding.
Well, no, I know, but what that really did freak me out because I was watching this guy
Yeah.
kind of peak. I hope that was a gun. It was a fucking Ari Shaffir out front just ending it.
He peaked.
He was peaking. He was becoming popular.
Right. Yeah.
Very popular.
Right.
And then he went on Bill Maher and he kind of got a little starstruck, a little fucked up. When he was on Bill Maher, he was kind of bowing his head. He was you could tell he was nervous. And he kept trying to be funny. And he was kind of, I don't know, he was a little off. He was a little off when he was on Bill Maher. He wasn't as confident usual self.
Sure.
And then they found this footage of him saying this. But I love the way that they presented it. They put a little boy's face.
Right.
Like a 3-year-old boy.
Right.
Not a teenage boy.
Right.
Not with pubes.
Right.
Who he was talking about.
Yeah.
When he was talking about sex. He was talking about somebody who could have sex.
Right.
A 3-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And a white man. Just a fucking pedophile.
Right.
That was the image they put
Right.
on the title. And they put his name, Milo. But it was a white priest looking guy. Just a pedophile looking dude.
Yeah.
And a little white boy. A 3-year-old white boy. And then it read whatever the title was, pedophilia or something like that.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, this guy. Everybody was like, if you don't know this guy or whatever, you were like, even me, I was like, oh, Jesus, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. No, look, but but you're saying it's just kind of fucked up and misleading in a way because you're like, that's not what he was, saying. And I think, like, to me on that Bill Maher thing, I thought Bill Maher and Milo both kind of came off good because they were at least like kind of like in good. I thought the CIA guy and Larry Wilmore came off so shitty because they were just like, it was just like they were just like being cunts to him was like the thing. Like I don't know.
Well, because liberals are very angry now. They're not fun anymore.
Yeah.
The reason why Larry was trying to be that is because of Jim Jeffries the night before.
Right.
Last week, where he was like, "Go fuck yourself."
And you know what it is? Some
I think
people,
Jim had a real fuck you, and
Yeah.
I think Larry was trying to somehow replicate that with this fuck you shit, and it's like, dude, how do you talk to people like that?
I don't understand, and especially like a show like Bill Maher's show, and then it gets like these huge applause, and you're like, wait, so this is what you want to do here? Like, is it? By the way, the thing that even Jim Jeffries, and I think Jim Jeffries is hilarious, but I thought he was completely wrong in that thing too. Like Piers Morgan, they were calling it what Trump passed
Unless
a Muslim
he wants to
ban.
do Skankfest this year, then
If he's in, I will back out. He was 100% right. If he'll do it. No, but Piers Morgan was like, it's not really a Muslim ban. We shouldn't call it that because it doesn't ban like 80% of Muslims. It's just these like few countries. Like it didn't touch Indonesia, which is the biggest Muslim population in the world. So you can't really call it a Muslim ban. That was Piers Morgan's point. And Jim Jeffries' response was just, "Oh, fuck you." Fuck you. It's like, what?
I think
what are we? How is that a conversation?
So I think that the issue here is you have two things happening. One of them is you have people that have lost the ability to debate. They cannot argue. I was raised in a house where everybody fought. You would fight about everything.
Yeah.
In an Irish house, you probably your friends.
Arguing was fighting. Like physically fighting.
Right.
If you weren't, if you weren't going to fight each other physically,
you would argue.
Right.
And you learned how to, but you also learned how to. This is one great thing I say about Patrice is that he knew when he was wrong, he would fucking take the hit.
Yeah.
And I say this about young comics now.
Yeah.
You're fucking Stavros, your roommate. We're on tour together. It's like, dude, take a fucking hit.
Right.
You can't just give hits and then when you take one, go, well, that's not true.
Dude, you're so right about that.
It's like,
yeah.
I kept telling him, you got to learn. Taking a hit is funnier and better than giving a hit.
Yes.
It's actually what you said about Patrice. It's so true. It's what made him invincible.
Yes.
Because he would just he would pound everyone, and then when you hit him back, he would just be like, you're right, Bobby.
That's a good one.
Right.
Like, and he was just like, it was.
And it made the dialogue fun.
Yeah.
And safe and cool, and you felt like you could go further with it. These people, as soon as you say something, it's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Because
Fuck
they don't.
off.
And here's the problem: these guys like Richard Spencer, Emilionopolis,
I guarantee Stavros hears this and goes, well, that's not true.
Yeah. Their logic is
he won't
pretty,
even get the fucking joke in this.
Their logic is very permeable. You can debate any of these people. You can make them sound like idiots. Many of them, if
Dumb
you
it
know
down
what you're
with the permeable.
Well, whatever. They're not invincible. They're easily, when Emilionopolis says something ridiculous like ugly people use birth control. I mean, these are all things that you could just kind of be like, well, this isn't true. But it's the lack of ability to have an argument that makes you lose. Now you lose. So now you've lost to Richard Spencer, who said we should have a white America.
Yeah.
When it's a ridiculous point.
But you're
Why
exactly right.
Why is that ridiculous?
It's a ridiculous point.
Why?
Because I've been to white America. It's called Boston. You have idiots. You have gross
Fucking
food.
great. Fuck you.
I get it. You have baked
Well,
beans.
dude.
Baked beans is a side dish. He has beans.
the
Like we're
motherfucker,
living in a workhouse.
Richard
Oh,
Spencer,
thanks
who
for
I-
First of all,
beans.
Dave, shut up. Don't not look at me when you're fucking with me, cocksucker. I'll look right in your eyes. Don't give it to Dave when you're giving it to me, you fat fucking
But, you know,
cocksucker.
listen.
First of all,
Yeah.
you, of anybody, should live in Boston with your face, okay? You Kennedy head. And second of all, while I was there, you kept calling me going, I love this, I love both.
No, I like Boston.
So shut your fucking... Oh, here he goes.
There he goes. There
There he
he
is.
is.
Shaffir.
Speaking of the Jews...
Who was speaking of the Jews?
Nobody. When you walk in, I think of Jewish people. Here we go.
How are you guys? Oh wait, was there music about Jews?
Yeah.
No, well, Jewish producers of that movie.
Okay.
This.
I'm sure it was executive produced by Jay.
First of all, Jesus Christ.
You look great.
You're
Thanks.
a world. For what? What, in fucking Germany? 1945? Dude, how much weight did you lose?
I love when fat people assume you're unhealthy because you're in regular
Buddy,
shape.
you're a little too thin.
I'm in middle of my range.
No, you're not. Take your shirt off. Take
I never hesitates with that question.
Dude, take your
If
cock.
I was a fat chick, this would be crossing the line.
Take your cock out.
Probably just any chick would be crossing the line.
Dude, you're too thin, buddy.
What do you mean too thin?
I know you for years, man.
I'm just under 170.
Dude, you're a little too
6'3",
thin. You're too
168.
thin. Let me see your
I
fucking.
can
Let me
fight
see
it
it.
welterweight.
You're not the right
You're
size.
only,
unless-
No, no.
Do you? I weigh more. I guess
This is
I
why
weigh
I
about the
love.
same.
This is why I love him. Take your shirt off, and he does. You're a. You,
You know, it's fun. It's a good shape. He's in good shape.
Wait, no, that's assault. That's assault, and that's Dave's girlfriend.
It's good.
Dude, now
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! Come on, not on the microphone.
God! Listen, how do you have
I
fun?
can protect my phone, Bobby.
Buddy, listen to me. This sucks because now I can't get.
Oh, he's got these giant balls.
I've
dude.
had his
They're-
dick.
huge
I've
balls.
I've had his dick in my head since Denmark. I couldn't get it out.
Now it's in your head again.
Now I
got the
can't
song
see
on your
it.
head.
His dick and balls look like him, though. Look at it. It looks
Yes,
like him.
it does.
I can't look.
I pull you. Come on, would you? Oh, dude.
I see nothing.
He's trans.
Dude, not
He's
trans.
just transitioned.
It fucking looks like my Aunt Dottie.
Listen, let me tell you right now. If you pay for the video feed, you got a show today.
Yeah.
If you paid for the video feed, you got a show today.
Listen, you're gonna have to.
What if a
you're
girl?
gonna
have to
what if I
tile
guess
that
it's
out.
like,
he's gonna have
oh,
to
you-
tile all
I
this
gotta
fucking
tile
cock
that
out.
out.
Is that true? Why?
You
think
can't
so.
show cock on fucking YouTube.
On
think
a
you can.
private service?
On a private service? No, you Long Island Yenta. This is going.
lay a Jewish star
This
over
is
it.
free. This is the free part. You get it free.
All right.
Dude, Jesus. Now I got his. Now every time I look at his face, I see cock and balls.
I didn't see a damn thing.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see? Let me tell you how fucking excited she got.
No, I didn't.
She was like this.
You don't think I got a huge hog over here? I'm fine.
Let's see your dick.
It's huge.
No.
Let's do a dick off. I lose.
We just show our belly buttons. Instead.
Mine has a dick growing out.
Yeah.
Wait, are you guys dating now?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's his girlfriend.
Interesting.
That you just fucking pushed your dick and balls through the
What
mesh,
got farther?
the mesh
I
on the
definitely-
back of her seat.
I definitely can't compete with Ari's balls. Those things are huge.
Yeah.
They're
it's
fucking
champion
massive.
balls.
They're fucking huge balls. Anyways, now I'm trying to shake his cock out of my
All right.
head.
He's like,
What are we talking
Ronald,
about?
Ronald.
All right, back to the
I need a round.
Jews.
Buddy, you do look a little. I mean, you're usually a little thin. That's all. A little bit. See, all that was filled out because you're always in shape. You're always walking around without your shirt off.
Yeah,
But you
That's-
look-
that doesn't mean in shape. That just
But no, when I've seen you walking around, that was your thing. You kind of like fuck it, take your
Yeah.
shirt off, which I admire. You look a little thin. Were you somewhere where you
I
weren't
had
eating?
not a lot of processed foods where I was.
Where were you?
Southeast Asia for a while.
Now, what'd you do? Did you go by yourself?
Yeah, went by myself.
Now what made you do this? First, I just want to know this. You get on a plane where?
JFK maybe.
JFK. You don't even remember.
LaGuardia or JFK. one
Okay,
of those
so you
two.
get on the plane and you
LaGuardia is not international.
Probably
Yeah, definitely
JFK.
JFK.
So you fly into where?
Qatar, Doha, Qatar.
Are you
Really?
on? Are you on first class there?
No.
Just fucking coach.
Yeah.
Coach.
I'm not a
First class to
guy.
Qatar, you're gonna meet some oil
How
people.
many? How many?
Yeah.
How many? How many people next to you on the flight? Are you sitting next to anybody? Did you become? I mean, that's a long flight. How many hours?
Yeah, the flight, because you got to go to Qatar and then from there to wherever it's going. I don't know, probably 13 to 20 total.
So if you're sitting next to somebody for 13 hours, you're becoming friends.
Maybe. I might have also been like excited to go. You also got to sleep for 8-9 hours. Yeah, I don't remember meeting anybody on the plane, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, that's sad. But on the way back, for sure. I think I was still antisocial from America on the way there.
Right.
On the way back now, it's like, hey, how you doing? Where are you coming from? What are you doing in America?
So you get off the plane. Do you know where you're going?
I transferred.
No, but when you get to where you're going,
no, I don't know where I'm going.
So you have no hotel.
No.
You have no idea how to get to
I didn't know if
anywhere.
I was going to go on to the next city right then or go into like the main city for a while and like get my feet dirty first.
So what? So you're by yourself. You get off the plane. Where the fuck do you go?
I stayed in the airport for about an hour and a half deciding if I should get on to Bagan, to this other city. And
Did
then
you
I was like-
research all this?
No, it's the one city I had heard of in Myanmar was Bagan.
Where did you hear about it? Like Travel Channel? Did Anthony Bourdain go there? How did you hear about
A
this?
buddy told me. I had a buddy who lived in Myanmar in Yangon for a while. And then
Right.
he was like, oh, this one city, it's so cool, all these temples.
Yeah.
So it was the only thing I heard of. So I was like, maybe I'll go straight there. But then I was like, nah, let me just go into town and see what this is like.
So you went into town.
Yeah, and I spent like 4 or 5 days there.
Did you get a hotel? Shitty hotel?
First night I got a hotel. I went. I was like, I need a room. I asked somebody, he's like, where can I get a hotel? And it was like $250. I was like, no. This is gonna be a long trip or a short trip if I keep doing this. I'm like, cheaper. And like $150 down the street. I'm like, cheaper. And they're like, oh, well, this is like a $30 hotel. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
You're kidding.
You went to a $30 hotel in Qatar?
No, in Yangon, in Rangoon. But then after that, I just went online, researched hostels, and then it was hostels from there on out.
Oh, fucking! You weren't afraid of bed bugs and all that shit.
Yeah, you got to look for them.
You gotta look for bed bugs.
Yeah, when you get in there, you go under the sheet, you look, you're like, cool, no bed bugs. Yeah, I'll take it.
Did you see one with bed bugs?
Not one.
Really?
Yeah, the internet age has changed all that because once you get a bad review, everybody hears about it. You know, that you go online, like go to hotels, Hostel World or whatever, and it's like, oh, don't go here, bed bugs.
Now,
terrible reviews.
did you go there with no smartphone, just that flip phone?
No, I left my flip phone here. I had a Wi-Fi phone, so when I was on Wi-Fi, I could get
So,
to
like for Jurassic Park, like the one that was in the dinosaur's
Yeah,
asshole,
kinda like that, yeah.
the big antenna.
Yeah.
What's a Wi-Fi?
I could get like kayak. If I was on Wi-Fi, I could get
Right,
like
okay,
certain
I get you.
things.
So a smartphone,
Yeah.
like an iPhone type thing,
Yeah, the real shitty one though.
a shitty one.
Yeah, 20-pound one that I got in Scotland a couple years ago.
So now you're in there by yourself. The first couple weeks, it's cool. Is there a point where you're like, dude, I'm fucking nervous. This is scary. I'm alone.
Yeah, right away.
Right away.
My first day.
You're scared.
Yeah, lonely, utterly lonely. It wasn't like, when you're lonely in your apartment. Well, you don't know anymore, but like.
I do. No, I do. I was telling him. I called him on the road this
Yeah.
weekend. He was in San
I was
Antonio.
in San Antonio. I also took a trip.
He was in San Antonio since Wednesday to Monday, which I used to do.
Wednesday to Monday.
It's a rough run.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we used to have to do
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
And I remember those days. And I remember come fucking Friday, you're like, this is never ending. Saturday, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Sunday, you're like, please God. I mean, somebody
Dude,
fucking.
there's nothing when a Wednesday to Sunday run. If the weekend shows aren't even good. Like I've had those before. Where it's like there's just the longest run and it just
you can't even look
sucks.
over to good shows.
Yeah, like it's just.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
why you're on Facebook so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because there's nothing to do.
Yeah,
But
to
I
connect with
did
somebody.
it before social media.
Right,
So
so that's
you were
just
just
lonely.
you were just out there. There was no fucking
And you
flip
weren't-
phone.
you
There was
weren't-
no you
and you weren't drinking back then,
I had a pager. No, I wasn't drinking.
so you can really be just
I
like,
was
let's all go to a
fuck-
bar.
I was fucking.
You were fucking.
I was trying to fuck.
Yeah,
The
bro.
I would. Which hand did you touch with your fucking dick?
Both, man. It doesn't matter.
it's all balls, man.
It smells like fucking China.
It's a cure for alopecia.
But so you're out there the first night. But my question is that progressively it gets better.
Gets better.
And all of a sudden you're like, I'm alone, and you're okay with it.
Yeah.
And you're okay with
You
not
have no
having social media.
You have no nothing.
So you it's almost like you weaned yourself off of this neediness that we all have.
Yeah, the reliance on that.
The reliance of having people tell you you're okay, laughing at you, liking shit you say on the internet, calling
Feedback,
you,
yeah.
you took yourself out of that feedback.
Yeah.
And when did that go away? When did you realize, oh my God, I'm fucking fine?
Well, I don't know if the depression or like the loneliness was part of like, they talk about this dopamine release that you get when you get like new comments on or likes. It's kind of like they compare it to a drug. So I don't know if how much of it was mixed with just loneliness and how much was like a dopamine withdrawal from not getting likes and getting, stuff to check. But within like, let's see, I spent that night and then I spent the next day. And then the day after that, I was already meeting people.
You're meeting people.
Yeah.
Now you're meeting people
at hostels, other people that are alone and just social. And then it's just a lot of like, what's there to do? Like, oh, you've been here 4 days, you're leaving. What did you do? What are the cool things to do in this town? Some things are like, there's this nightclub. No, thanks, not for me.
Right.
Sometimes there's a train ride around Yangon. It goes from like the city to like real rural country, then back to the city. And I was like, that sounds cool. And someone's like, I'm going to today. I'm like, can I come? Yeah, sure. It's like college. It's like college. Everyone's just for orientation week. Everyone's just looking to make friends.
Sure, you can come on the train, and here's the notes for English class.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you're out there. Are you meeting? You cold? You can put your stuff back on, please. Feel
My
bad.
dick feels bad not being out with the chest.
Yeah, well, I'd rather you put your shirt on. I don't want to see that dick again. It's literally buried in my memory.
Speak for yourself. Now,
it was a nice pecker, right?
It was a beautiful penis.
I mean, it's soft. It's not
No, of course. But you imagine. You
If I invite you to my home, I clean up first. But,
Right.
I still don't even kind of believe Tim's gay.
I don't. Think
I just
Tim's
don't
gay at
buy
all.
it for a second.
I think it's a ploy with his management.
My manager sat down with me. Goes, we gotta figure something out.
Yeah,
you definitely don't fit the storyline.
Gotta figure
You're
something
too
out.
alpha male, and they don't like white guys anymore.
Yeah.
You have to be gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. I talked to my wife.
That's the sitcom that no one wants to watch.
Yeah.
Is me and you as gay roommates.
Oh my God.
That's
Let's
the
do
sitcom.
it.
Let's do it. It'll never get picked up.
That couldn't even be on the gay network.
Because nobody would want it. The straight people would hate it. The gay people would hate
They'd be
it.
like, I get it's pro-gay, but it's still a network. You need to get viewers. You get one bear, one twink, maybe.
Right. Two rough gay guys living together, patting each other, watching games, eating fucking regatta pie.
The rule is, if you book one ugly person on a sitcom, you must book one hot person. That's the way it works.
All right, you guys can have your gay show, but we're putting it on the Food Network. I'm not
We
sure
don't
why.
say that you're gay.
Yeah.
Here's how not gay he seems. We went to a bathhouse. I didn't even consider making a gay bathhouse joke.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't
Yeah.
even come up.
I didn't even
Never
consider getting a blowjob.
I want to do that again. That was a great
course you do.
time.
Yeah, that was
It was fun. We had a great time.
You're acting like if I went to a chocolate factory, I'd be like, no, I don't want to go back there. Of course you do. Where was the gay bathhouse?
the Turkish bathhouse.
East
Oh,
Village.
the Russian baths.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a guy?
What do you mean?
Did you get a guy to do you or a girl?
No, it wasn't.
No, we just
massage,
sat in a
massage.
steam room
The
in, like,
steam room,
saunas.
Yeah, but you can go. You can get a hand job there.
No, you can't. Not
No,
there.
not this one. Not unless you want to get it from an old Turkish guy.
The Russian place
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
red door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was red. I don't know.
I'm not the door. I really
Guys,
wasn't paying attention
yeah,
to the door.
you picked the girl off the Polaroid photo.
No, I know.
No,
You were talking
what?
about a whole different thing.
Oh, all right, whatever. Maybe they don't do it anymore. Back in the day, they have
No way.
a big room. It's like brick walls. You sit there. They have buckets of water you pour on yourself.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. And they have a pool you can go in.
Yeah.
And they have
It might
other
have-
steam
Okay,
rooms.
we're talking
have-
about the same.
it's the same spot.
I thought maybe you were just talking about a jerk off place, but that's the same place
No,
we're talking
fucking
about.
the lady jerked me off in there.
I think you just had game.
We probably just got a hand job in '93.
It was sexy,
Yeah.
Bob.
And then when
It
you
was-
handed her money, she was like, "What? I mean, that's really sexist.
Insulting?
Why would you? Yeah, I'll take it. But what's this for? Like, I can't even consider.
All right, so I want to go back to this. For what do you get? Breast cancer?
I got a rib bruise.
Yeah, it's probably a
It
fucking
hurts so
tumor
bad.
from
Yeah?
sucking in those bed bugs and
No, I fell.
eating that
It was when I
crispy
got
duck.
back. It was when I got back, dude. I was so worried about getting robbed when I got back.
Hang on 1 second. Let's get to the end because when I heard you left, it inspired me.
To do what? Nothing.
Okay. It inspired me. It inspired me to start shutting my phone down.
Oh, good.
It inspired me to when I'm with my kid to leave my phone in the bedroom.
Turn it off. I mean, it's like you don't need it.
I started on weekends when I'm with my kid, when I'm with
That's
my
great.
family, to leave my phone somewhere. I am so connected to this shit. First of all, I love technology. I love all the amazing shit you can do.
Sure.
I love being on the road by myself, hitting my phone, finding a fucking place, a cigar place.
Oh, cigar place. Yeah,
best
sure.
place to eat. Hit another button. A ride picks me up.
Yeah, it's
hitting
great.
another button, paying for everything with my phone.
There's some amazing
I love
things
it.
about it. Absolutely.
But I found myself with my kid. There's this video online where this dude's with his kid at a playground on his phone, and this other dude made a video where he went and took his kid. Took the fucking guy's kid right in front of him. The guy looks up from his phone. He's like, oh, shit. And then the kid's gone. He's walking around like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And the guy walks back with his kid like, dude, what are you doing?
I have a bit about that in my special. You could easily steal kids with smartphones.
You could fucking steal a kid. Absolutely. And I'm sitting there with my kid on my phone looking at some stupid tweet and how...
Well, then you don't even need. Then you don't want.
No, I didn't want to fucking do it. So I started to put my phone down,
That's
and it's actually making me want to do it too much, because now it's like you get a phone call, dude. They want you to promote. They want you to do this. They need you. We actually became the promoters for these clubs, by the way.
Bother you.
They used to fucking actually.
They brought the crowds.
They used to bring the crowds.
Right.
They used to pay,
And we'd fill the time.
and we'd do the time. They'd fill the crowds. They'd build you up every year, get a mailing list. They would pay money in the paper. They would pay radio stations to have you go in to promote the stuff, and they promote it during the week. Now it's all on you if you have people that you tweet, Instagram, Facebook, and your podcast.
Well, Attell said that, I think it was when he was on Rogan, and he was talking about like what sucks the most for young comics coming up is that like he was like, oh, before I ever got Insomniac, I got 10 years of working on the road. So I would just work on the road, develop my act, and then I got Insomniac. He goes, nowadays, like, you can't just like, they're not just going to like
you gotta
put you
get
on the road.
Insomniac
You got to get
first,
the
and
show
then you
and then go. But I guess
You
the
have to get
flip
a show
side to that-
first, and then go.
And then
do
you
10
can't cover the
years.
spread, because then you're just like, oh, I've heard of this guy. Let's go see him. It's like, you suck. I'm like, yeah, he's 3 years under comedy.
And the people stop going to comedy clubs
But-
because the last 3 shows they saw sucked.
Well,
dick.
that's true. There's a big problem
YouTube
with that.
stars.
That's what it fucks up the whole industry is if you don't have those good gatekeepers and bookers, then they come see bullshit. But the flip side of that is like for guys like me and Tim, like, you know, we can do like podcasts and shit like that and kind of develop our fan base in a way that you wouldn't have been able to do.
I mean, listen, I got to be honest. San Antonio, I had 10 to 14 people. So I think we're being a little dramatic.
For San Antonio, that's not bad numbers.
That's a great
Enough for him.
numbers.
It's a town of
But-
250. That's great.
But so let me ask you a question. So when did you decide? What was when you were like, okay, let me move on to the next place? Weren't you scared? Like, I finally just made connections again with people.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable here. Now, where did you go after that?
Yeah, like I got off the plane in Thailand. It's my second country, and it's like you're on a bus from the plane into the terminal, and you're just like, fuck, I don't know anybody again. Who are these people? But then it was like, I've done this before. Kind of like when Louis talks about doing a new special. It's like, I've done this before. I will make friends. This is a part of it. Let's do it again.
I don't. It's funny because I don't think we want to feel uncomfortable ever.
No, we don't.
And
But it's good for you.
but it's the healthiest thing ever for you in life. If you take away making it, take away money, take away fame, and you just talk about your life in general.
So my life.
Everybody's life,
Yeah.
except for his, but he's barely hanging on too. That's why he went to another country. But if you take,
This is the guy looking at successfully staying at $30 hotels in Thailand.
But if you-
Splurging at 30.
if
That's
you
one night.
if you take away all that shit,
Yeah.
and you just you put yourself in these difficult situations,
Yeah, you'll
and
grow.
you get out of them,
Then you're better off.
you're better off.
Yeah, and they're not the most difficult situations. You're not dropping yourself off in the middle of the Amazon,
Well,
fending off fucking
I
cougars.
tell you, mental health.
You're making friends with other travelers.
I know, but it is at the moment. It's devastating because it's
Yeah.
mental. Mental is way worse than physical.
I can't
sometimes.
go into a bar. Can you guys go into a bar and talk? I mean, maybe your bars, but like, but like,
No, I can't. I don't drink. I don't even go to
Oh,
gay
yeah.
bar. I don't
Okay.
drink.
Hey.
I'm not gonna drink.
can you guys go make a friend somewhere out? Just go and like even like
No.
talk or
No,
hit on
never.
somebody or I have no idea.
No, I mean after a comedy show that I performed
they've
on, if
seen
people
you.
come up to me, that I
Absolutely.
can tell you, but that's like not the same thing.
That's
It's
the
like,
only way.
That's why when I go to other places, I always go to a cigar bar because I'm forced to go there, and there's always somebody sitting next to you smoking. Hey, what's up? What's going on?
That seems like it'd be a good social environment.
I've always
yeah,
went
around
like,
a game playing or something. Where you
I
can
went
talk
fly
about it.
fishing. People would always be like, "Dude, what are you doing?" I went in Denver and Utah. Fans would be like, "You want to go fly fishing?" And then in Reno, I'd be like, "Yeah." I just said yeah because if I didn't, I was just going to be in my hotel room.
It's better to say yes.
And I had a guy pick me up at 5 a.m. in a truck, 3 teeth, drive me out to a fucking Indian reservation, and I had the best day of my life. The guy was the sweetest guy in the world. The whole time we were driving there in the darkness, I thought he was driving.
Well,
he was going to murder me.
It's like anything else. I think loneliness becomes a habit.
Yeah.
So if loneliness can just become your operating system, unless you got to get out there and meet people, and that's a little harder. But I think it's worth it.
Yeah,
end.
But the thing that scares me is that we start with all this other shit. We're depending upon. Like you said, likes and Facebooks and fans, and how many people follow you. And
these are empty, hollow relationships.
Also, things in the business.
Yeah,
you say I do shows with people who have shows.
Right.
I mean, that's a joke, of course.
Right. It's
but
not.
It's people. It's your mentality.
Yeah.
Like you can't just like somebody for them being, just a good person. Most people, look at, I see it all the time. People do this show because they can't do this show. But once they can do this show, they don't give a fuck about doing the show.
Right.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is
and
showbiz
I see
thing.
that and I'm like, all right, but that's a mental thing. That's a like, I thought you're friends. I thought we had a good
I thought
time.
you wanted to do this. Didn't you have fun doing it?
Yes, I did. But
wouldn't you want to do it when there's...
But when now people put
And
themselves.
you fuck yourself over when you have that mentality. Like we all get into it sometimes. Everyone will
just
fall
do
into
fun
that
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. It's like I think Joe List said this to me before I went to do New Faces like 3 years ago. I think it's the best advice. Some of the best advice I've ever
sad.
gotten.
I hate myself. I'm gay.
It was more. It was something along those lines. There was a lot of apologizing. No, but he was just like, everything I ever get, I'm always like, okay, this will be the thing that gets me this. It goes, and just don't even focus on that. He goes, just have fun with it and just enjoy the
everything I've ever gotten was never the thing.
Yeah.
And you know what I feel bad for is that I was always looking, even like when I was doing the show, Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll. The first year it was great. The second year, I got caught up in so much horse shit. Instead of going, this is the best thing
I'm
ever.
on a TV show doing fuck all for fucking bank.
It was just like, what the fuck am I doing? And it's hard now because when the show goes away, now you're like, okay, all right, I have comedy, and you have to be great. You have to be like, oh my God, this is great. But you also have your life, and the thing you forget about that comedy, show business is not your life.
What kind of person do you want to be?
Your life is right, exactly. When you can just drop everything, nobody knows who the fuck you are. Go to another country.
That was the best part. No one knew who I was.
Yeah,
there was none of that. It was just like,
not one person. Nobody recognized you.
5 or 6 the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
Were they Americans or were they?
That one New Zealand guy, but the rest Americans.
No fucking Asian dude walked up to you with fucking your shirt on. Fucking.
Oh, this is not happening.
People took pictures of me. But
sign on my donkey.
It was only because I was white. And like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Can I get your picture?
What kind of village is it? Are we talking like how is it modernized at all? What do we?
Depends where. Yeah, it depends where. There's some villages, some towns.
So some
cities.
places you stayed in, it was not at all. It was just, I mean,
a couple. Generally, you could, if you wanted to find.
Are we talking
Wi-Fi
like the ox pulling the cart of vegetables, like that type of
occasionally.
stuff? Wow.
So you're eating.
Great.
You're eating, and it is funny that you say that. We have so much processed shit over here.
There's nothing processed there.
Nothing.
You can find it at stores. You can find Oreos and shit like that, but like, you'd have to go to a store and get it. Not like
what do you?
at restaurants
So in the
and
morning,
shit.
what are you eating? In the, I mean,
Generally, half
a locust.
Half the hostels have breakfast for you. Half of them, that's like the key. It's like, oh, if I get a free breakfast, it's great. So that'd be eggs, maybe a piece of toast, or an egg, and a couple things of fruit.
the egg's like this big, and there's a little head in it.
Everything's small. The chickens are all tiny.
You have feathers in your egg.
Yeah. But that would be something, or you get like rice soup in like certain parts of Myanmar and Thailand. It was like
so
that
you
was
just
like,
eat. I mean, it's funny too.
I tried to eat nothing Western.
Really?
Nothing. A couple times I fucked up, and that was it.
But yeah, if you're gonna do that trip, it's like you might as well
Such a
fucking
limited
do
amount
it.
of time.
You know? Yeah.
I had a burger in Bali, and then I had like never a slice of pizza. Plus, how am I gonna like the pizza here is good, and I could look at it like that's fucking Mama Celeste reheated garbage. What are you talking about? Come to New York, I'll show you pizza.
Right.
I'm sure it's good for Cambodia, but it's not.
So funny. He's a pizza snob in the middle of a
Well,
village.
it's just like what? Yeah.
Come to New York. I can't. Unless I can do it on a bag of rice, sir. I can't make it.
Yeah.
I don't have fucking disposable income. You fucking heeb.
Oh, you call that pizza house? Come by New York, sir. I do not have shoes.
I can't do a quest.
Right.
This is actually my life.
We told the guy about pizza. He'd never heard of it before, and we were like, told like pizza sauce on dough. He's like, what? We're like, yeah, you put pizza sauce and cheese. He's like, and there's not much
Wait,
cheese
why do you
there
think
at
you've been calling it pizza sauce, sir?
So what was their food? What was their main? What was the craziest shit you ate over there?
all. I didn't eat it, but I saw dog. on the
Really?
menu.
Oh.
Yeah.
What kind of dog?
Little pieces of it looked really good. I asked him what it was,
Oh, God.
but it's like, you know how they have pizza shops where you have like
Good.
slices in the window.
Good. They're living on less than $1 a day. They should eat fucking dog.
Oh, there's also-
and they should
yeah.
eat cats. And fuck any Western cunt who says they shouldn't.
There's stray dogs everywhere.
Hey.
There's stray dogs everywhere. It's like fishing.
1 second.
Yeah.
Hey. Can you not look at me when you get that serious? You fucking
I'm just saying.
cocksucker.
I'm saying.
Look,
Is your version of liberal is Bobby Kelly?
You have
That's what
to-
you're looking at? Like,
Yeah, I know.
just so you
We
know.
ever?
Yeah, just so you know, Tubby.
Bob's
You
like,
are
I
right,
need a
though.
dog now. Yeah.
But is it probably
I would
like?
first of all, I would.
I would eat a dog, and so would I if with the circumstances were right. And by circumstances were right, I mean we were on the road for an hour and a half and didn't see anything else.
If it was fresh out of the oven, I would eat it.
you guys are to cook it next
Me, but
McDonald's
you would
10
never.
miles. I got some dog in the back.
No, we just hear. See me and him putting sticks together on the side of the road trying to light a fire.
Yeah.
He's like, "What do you want to do with this collar with all the information for the dog on it?" I would never eat a dog. I wouldn't do it.
No, you couldn't finish a whole dog.
I would never.
All right.
a pug, absolutely it could.
Dude,
First
the
of all-
problem is they're so cute when they're puppies in this tray, but then they get older and they just get mangy.
First of all, can I
and,
just say something? You know, when you're out there and you're starving, and you can't just kill a deer because it's too much meat; it will go bad. So most guys who are in the woods will kill a squirrel or a rabbit because that's a meal that you can let. A dog is almost perfect size for like
perfect,
a week.
right? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Family of
Like it's not too much like a deer.
lot of it-
It's not too little like
Why
a
is it
rabbit.
that?
It's like a perfect
Yeah.
amount of meat for like a week.
This is survival. The reason that we treat certain animals one way and other animals another way, is survival. And just a lot of these things are like, accidents of history. Like, it's just like, why do you rabbits? We eat rabbits are adorable.
Well, that's I never
rabbits
get,
are adorable.
You know what I
we
never
eat
get when
rabbit.
they,
Nobody cares.
when they say like a species is going extinct.
Yeah.
and that's supposed to be like a thing. They're like, oh, the
Right.
spotted owl is going out, and you're like, isn't like 99% of all species have gone extinct?
So many
right? Like,
dogs
that's what
have
they
been.
do.
So many
right?
dogs have been bred
But
to
they-
please human beings. Pugs have been crossbred to sit on a little pillow and please a human being. So it's like, even though we're not eating them, these are things that would not have existed in nature. We are making them to please us.
They
leads back. It leads back.
Great point. It's a
I
great
know.
point.
Yeah, to you, relax. All right, don't tell us when it's a great point. And I don't like you're filibustering either. Fuck yourself, Tim. I understand what you're saying. It makes complete sense, but we have domesticated these animals, and people have them as pets, and there's people that love animals. There's some people that love all animals that don't want any animals eaten, and I understand that. I'm not like fuck you, but I like a nice piece of steak. I love rabbit stew. And would I ever eat a dog? No, I just wouldn't. But
Dude, it looks so good. It looks
yeah.
so good.
What did it look like?
It looked like pieces of like beef, just like I asked because it was like in this window in Indonesia. They
Can
have
you
just
bring
like
up a
Yeah.
cooked
Walrung.
what?
Look up WARUNG, and these are the kind of
Hey, she's from Jersey. Slower.
yeah.
Okay.
And these are the kind
Stop
of
talking like those people you were just hanging out with in a hostel.
They just have like
all right, dog.
how's it comport? Yeah, they just have Wong dog
Type in
and just
dog.
pieces of
Oh, what was that? Okay, right there. All right, where you going?
it's just pieces of meat, like pieces of beef.
No, I know what a real dog looks
Dog
like.
food.
I asked. I was like,
Scroll
"What is
down.
this? It looks so good."
Ooh, that
There
looks
it is,
great.
right there.
Is that dog?
To the left.
To the
right
left,
there.
to the left.
Click
Yeah,
right-
one of those might be
right
dog.
there. That's got to be
It's
dog.
chicken.
Right? Owner of dog is friendly. All right, just put dog.
RW.
Aw.
Put
Scroll.
dog RW Timor Leste. They'll have that.
Dog RW.
Yeah, Timor Leste. Timor.
Spell that.
TIMOR. That's good.
Oh, there you go.
There you
Right
go.
there.
That's
It didn't look better than that. Go on at her plate.
That doesn't look good, man.
Yeah. Make
So
that
they
bigger
eat
what
it.
she's
They
eating.
eat it at the fucking.
Yeah, over rice.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, she's clearly doing it because it's like, hey, look at me, I'm eating dog. Look at that
Yeah.
face.
I mean, the rice looks great.
It looked great. I had to ask what it was, and she said, I thought she said duck.
Did you have some?
Only because it was cold. I did not. I don't want my first dog experience to be fucking left over in a store window all day or maybe multiple days.
Leftovers. Am I going to get a doggy bag of dog?
Yeah, but that's how the chicken is and the beef is
Look
out
at you
there.
squeak by on that pun.
It wasn't what I was hoping for.
I mean, we all heard it. It wasn't one of those where it's like, did anybody hear that? Thank God you didn't repeat it.
Oh no, I wasn't going to
No,
do
maybe
that.
you guys didn't hear me. That's the worst.
Oh, that's
So-
the best. Eat
So,
another.
so you're out there by yourself, and it starts to switch up. But so every time you get comfortable, you're going somewhere else.
Yeah, but then I start getting more and more comfortable in new places.
Just being by yourself.
I know the deal. I know it better. And it's like, and I may have heard of something to do. I'm like, oh, cool. I'll check that out.
When was this again? When did you leave?
January 3rd.
January 3rd. So and you said you didn't touch it with the news, nothing.
Occasionally I'd hear about something.
Now, did you?
I heard who won the Super Bowl 3 or 4 days later.
Now, did you meet any girls?
Couple.
Did you hook up?
I thought that's what we were talking about. No, I met a lot of girls.
You met a lot of girls.
Yeah, but I hooked up with like a couple.
A couple. So you met
Yeah.
a lot of girls, but you hooked up. You banged
Yeah.
a couple times.
I met tons of girls. There's some super interesting, cool travelers from all over the world.
Right.
Yeah.
And you hooked up with a couple though. Mm-hmm. And how was that? I mean, did they leave the next day? Or did they want to hang out all the time?
One, it was in Bali for like 5 straight days.
5 straight
But
days.
dude, I went a month. I fuck. That's what I do. I fuck. So I went.
Hey.
So I went a month without getting laid, and I got weird.
Why?
My thoughts started. I couldn't think about anything else.
You just wanted to fuck.
I got thirsty. every time I meet a girl, I'd be like, we got
It's so interesting that you can cut off all this other shit out of your life, but that primal thought
Yeah.
of fucking.
Yeah, everything about your existence is made for you to want to do that. It's
Yeah.
literally, the whole thing is to try to keep the species going.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to fucking want to do that.
I went
It's
2
all-
periods of a month, and that's right about the 1 month mark is when I start like I
That's
couldn't
why it's like
control it
unhealthy
anymore.
to be these priests and stuff because they're just denying like this fundamental instinct inside. It's like no good.
I don't know. I think after like a year, I'd stop thinking about it.
Yeah, maybe.
You think?
Maybe.
Now, the first girl you were with 5 days. Was there a point where you're like, I'm so sick of this person?
No, I knew it was coming to an end. It's
So
kind
you
of
know-
like summer jobs where you can work it because you're like August 20th. is the last day.
Yeah, you're doing landscaping for a month.
Yeah.
Was she from there, or where was she from?
She was from America. The first one was from New Zealand.
Really?
Yeah.
Blonde, brunette.
Second one was brunette. First one was like.
Now, are they
brown.
fucking? Is it road pussy? Like, could you bring her down the cellar and be like, "Hey guys, this is my friend."
Yeah. Yeah.
She was smoking hot.
No, but traveling, smoking hot.
What's traveling? That's what I want to know.
She was a road 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like when you get to a town, you're like Kansas City is always my example. It's like, ugh, oh, all right. And then you compare it to like, you ever go back to your high school yearbook?
Yeah.
And look at the super hot girls, and you're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck am I?
Yeah.
What?
What was happening?
Yeah, it's just not hot at all, even by that standard.
I thought Lucy Pepe was smoking hot.
Yeah. We had one hot girl in my class, Bess Gordon. She was the only one because everyone was Jews, you know.
Yeah.
And I found out later she was adopted.
Really?
Yeah, she wasn't even Jewish, really.
So you hook up with this chick can you fuck in a hostel?
No, it's very hard. So a lot of people do it in showers. It's just like they all know the deal. It's not like I have been when I went, where was I? Somewhere where it was like I was going on a month, real horny, and then some fucking German dude in a bunk bed right across me just fucking. It was so frustrating trying to sleep.
Right.
When he's just giving to this girl.
Really? Were you watching? Or are you not into that?
I wasn't. No, I mean I looked up at some point. To like,
I would have
like,
took my dick out.
What?
I'm a fucking complete pervert. I would have took my dick out
Yeah.
and fucking reached over and grabbed one tit. And just grabbed the
your
tit.
hands are everywhere.
Why are other people on that trip? Are they doing what you're doing, like trying to get away from stuff? Or are they like, how does somebody find themselves in Myanmar in like a hostel?
Place you want to go. You want to
Yeah.
see the world. You know?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
other
yeah.
countries,
It's like there's tons
other
of countries. They're
countries, they
everywhere.
fucking they go. They just save their money
Right.
and
There's
just
that
take
too.
off.
There's that too. When I talk to German people, and to their they get the standard. Everybody who works, 25 days of vacation time
Yeah.
a year.
Australia,
That is
4
standard.
weeks, yeah.
Standard.
Yeah.
25 days. And if you get sick while you're on that vacation, sick enough to go to the hospital and get a note, you get those days back.
It's because it's
Bunch
very
of pussies.
And we got 2 weeks, and we're expected not to take it.
expected not to take it, and we work all day fucking long.
Yeah.
Do you want to be something or not?
There's diminishing returns.
That's
You're not
why-
living your life.
It's why all these other countries weren't as fucking wealthy as America for a long time, though. We really did just work.
Yeah,
hard
they're like,
and
yeah,
everything.
but they're falling behind. Really? Germany's falling behind?
No, we're not anymore.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, but by the way, but Germans work like motherfuckers. They work way harder than like French, the Italians, and all those guys are doing way worse.
They don't have a debtor economy the way that
25
we
days
do either.
of
they're not
vacation
putting 15 TVs on layaway.
Yeah, that's the
and
thing.
you know what I mean. They're not mortgaging their homes in the way that we do.
That's our point. They're doing. They're going on vacation and saving their money to go travel the world to be educated on how other people
Me
live.
and Dave's point is that if you
fucking get an Xbox,
me and
and
Dave's
sitting
point is
around
like,
your fucking Dave's
if
house
you live-
smoking pot.
If you live within your means, you can choose to what you value. You know, yeah. If you want the nicest pair of sneakers and an iPhone 8, I'm sorry, you can't have a month of vacation.
There's this book I read about long-term travel.
I will always defend Wall
you're
Street.
absolutely right.
There's no fucking iPhone 8, first of all, and when it comes out, it's going to be very
I
disappointing.
know you'll have it.
I will have it.
I know.
Yeah, it's
You get it like the day it comes out.
Is
Are
that
you
what
that
you
guy?
do? Wait in line?
Do you get
I
like the
don't-
new
I
shit
don't
the
wait
day?
in line.
Try to get a
Yeah,
hookup so you don't have to wait in line, but
I
get it
don't
that day?
ever wait in line.
He's got a person.
I walk around and I try to make faces I made on TV in the
To see
Apple
if they
Store
recognize you.
Association. I broke my knee, man. See if anybody fucking. I told Tom Papa to do that. He's like, I want to get the new iPhone. I go, just go down there and they'll recognize you. And he walked around. He's like, nobody's recognizing me. I go, make faces you made on TV.
Because if you go to, I was
2
just in
hours,
Scotland
nothing.
and like you go to these other countries and you're right, there is something interesting about not having Wall Street, Silicon Valley, Hollywood. They just really want to live regular, normal lives.
The egg yolks
Where-
are orange instead of this light yellow.
Yeah,
Right.
It's a different. My friend Jack, he's like you. He just goes places, and he called me up. He's like, we rented a boat in Belgium, a riverboat for a week. It's a 10-person riverboat. I'm going to learn how to drive it when we get there. And you and Max and your wife want to go? And I was like, absolutely.
That sounds so much
I was
fun.
like, fuck it. So in a few weeks, we're flying to Belgium, and we're jumping on a train. He goes, well, if you don't get the same flight as us, just meet us at the
River.
at the ocean. You have to start at the ocean. So I'm like, how am I gonna get? He goes, you'll get there. And I'm like, okay, you're right. I'm petrified
You'll get there.
because number one, it's not just me, it's my kid and my wife. We're going to Belgium. I got to find out how to get what train to take to get to the ocean and then meet him wherever the fuck I got to meet him. And then we're jumping on a boat that he's taking a half-hour course for to learn how to navigate up the rivers of Belgium.
Wow.
And we're going to live on this boat for a week. 3 different families.
It's going to be great.
Sounds great.
It's going to be insane, but it's like as soon as he called, I
But
was
you
like,
did that already?
we're doing it in a few weeks.
Oh, it's amazing. You'll figure out every bus, every train. It'll be an adventure. You'll feel excited because you figured it out.
Yeah, that's why when I went to Guatemala a couple times, everybody's like, "Why would you do that?" It's like, why not?
Yeah.
I was petrified.
Yeah.
I was scared shitless. I lost $450 cash.
I thought you were going to say pounds. I'm like, you need
wish.
to stay in
Yeah,
Guatemala.
I did get fucking dysentery the last night.
You lost $450?
Because I read about Guatemala the night before, and it was like they'll take your underwear.
Yeah.
They'll literally steal your underwear. And they're like, be careful at the airport because that's where mostly it happens. They watch you and they'll try to rob you at the airport and blah, blah. So I got all these money belts. I brought $450 cash because I didn't know that, most places were staying.
ATMs.
I kept going like this. So what do they got in the menu? He's like, dude, this is Guatemala. There's chicken, beans, rice, and steak. That's it. Stop. This isn't this isn't an Applebee's, asshole. There's no specials.
Can you hold this?
There's no, right? And amazing food, though.
Yeah.
Talking about a cow they just killed is on your plate that night. We're in the middle of a city, having a meal at a 400-year-old fucking restaurant. The
Next to
people-
nothing.
It's nothing. But I was so paranoid, I got a money belt. And I put it on, but I was too fat, so you really can't. I had to keep taking the money belt off to get money out because I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
And I took all the money out and I left it on top of a toilet.
Oh, my God.
$450 cash.
Why would you take
Because I'm a moron.
money out on the toilet?
Oh, but you made some locals
I had
day.
to take
Oh,
a
you're like,
shit.
I'll do it here.
I had to take a shit, and then I was like, oh, let me take
Some
the money
guy
out.
found that and bought a house. Though.
A house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
House. I got a fucking boat.
Yeah, it's an amazing adventure. And then if you're like, but I don't know how to get this, it's like, you know who does know? everyone else around you.
Everybody.
Just ask.
Figure it out.
You have to just talk to somebody.
You have your
which,
wits.
which direction is that? You'd say a city and you point 2 different directions and they point you the right direction.
Because you see, but I mean, look, most Americans going on vacation is Florida or fucking New Hampshire, you know, or you go to the mountains in the winter and you go to
And
Florida.
that's fun too.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's
Not an adventure.
I think other people, you should go to other places because to see how other cultures live and think and breathe and other food and all that shit and the way people live is important.
Well, it's like what you were saying before.
but
The technology cuts down on so much of that. Like because just like going on the road would be at least a little bit more of an adventure like that if I didn't constantly have like I have Lyft or Uber in my phone and a map on my phone. So you're just like you're not even like finding the hotel, finding a thing. Like,
Yeah, there's
it's
something about there's that part of your brain that turns off when you know that you can just basically pull this thing out of your pocket
and just get a car will come
figure
to me
everything
wherever I
out.
am.
You can still be lonely. It's amazing. You could still be lonely in a city with millions of people because you don't have to ask anybody for anything. You don't have to rely or depend on anybody. So what Ari did was what's amazing about that is like he's using his wits and just, you know, going and talking to people and like that's a whole different way to travel.
You know, but it's funny when he comes back. I have a question for him because you know there is I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't do what he did because I have a wife and a kid, and a mortgage and a fucking blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And he, you know, I want to ask him, but you have to be in a certain situation to be able to do what he did.
Yeah,
you know
well,
what I
think you're
mean?
right. Yeah, there's no way if you have kids,
I
you're
think
gonna be.
Ari. I mean, number one, first of all, you have a show, a
What?
successful show on Comedy Central,
Yeah, thanks.
right? Which
Oh, you're making a point?
I'm making
Okay,
a point.
sorry. I thought it was
You have a
out of
successful
nowhere.
show on Comedy Central, which you make money off of.
Uh-huh.
You make money off of the road. You make money off your.
I'm in a position. I just filmed a special.
You have so much money.
I have way more than I need.
Right. You have no family. You have no mortgage.
True.
So you can just. There's nothing. So you can just say fuck it. I don't have to worry about money. I can take 3 months off and not work.
Yeah.
And I have it. I'm not worried about
It's also not very expensive. I met girls.
It's
these
also
Canadian-
Myanmar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
These
It's like you
Canadian
can
girls.
afford that 30-cent a day
Yeah.
trip.
I met these Canadian
eat
girls.
dog in
they
a
were,
temple.
They were doing a gap year. 1 year on the road.
Yeah.
1 year. $12,000.
Yeah.
What is that? What do you mean? Say that again.
These girls in gap year, which we don't have. I don't know why we don't have that. Which just means in between college and high school, or between college and grad school, either one. You just take a year off before you make your new friends that you
Right.
want to leave. Take a year off, go see the world.
Great idea.
That's just
We've
slight
spent
You
more
should do that with your
money.
kid.
That
We've
is a
spent more
great
money
idea.
on a steakhouse than a week of traveling will cost him. We'll spend $300 on a steakhouse.
So this
And
one
Is,
girl,
is that true? I mean,
this one
'cause
girl,
he's
Erin,
just fucking yammering right now. You actually did it.
this one
Is
girl,
it
Erin,
true?
$12,000, and she will be gone for a year.
whole
30 bucks
year.
a day.
So $12,000 a whole year.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
how much did your trip cost you?
Mine, I splurged a bunch.
But how much did it cost?
$8,000.
Wow.
Did you
But
cost
how
$8
long-
grand
how long?
without staying at hotels?
4 months. All of it.
4 months, $8,000. That's $2,000 a month, though. That's still somewhat reasonable. When
I
you
also
think about it.
learned how to scuba dive. I did some splurgy stuff.
Right.
I could have easily done that on.
But if you were staying at
65.
hotels, you would have spent
A
like
lot of
money.
this is time. So
more.
here's the biggest currency. Forget money. Time.
Yeah,
The
but
currency
it's
is time.
It's not time. It's also family. It's obligation.
Absolutely. Well, 100%.
Obligation.
Yeah.
Because I can't just. I would love if he was like, dude, you want to go? I'd fucking do that in 2 seconds.
My job as a single guy at my age
Is to-
is to make you jealous.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
to
my-
make, is to make
True.
my married friends jealous.
Look, I'm not jealous of it. I'm actually inspired by it.
Yeah, that's
it
good.
doesn't. I mean, I do the same thing just on my
Yeah.
what I can do and my boundaries of
But
it.
if you and Segura and Kreischer, that type, if you look at me and go, oh, you're fucking playing Xbox all day, kind of sad, then it's like that I'm not doing my job and I'm not living my life.
No, you're right. I wasn't jealous. I was like, oh, that's fucking great. Because I remember we went to Denmark. You did a bunch of shit.
We had fun.
Yeah, we had a fucking blast in Denmark.
Best restaurant in the world?
In the world.
Noma?
Oh.
Yeah,
This
Noma's great.
This asshole, we're
You
in
have the
line.
salt with ants in it. It's amazing.
We're in line at the airport. He goes, hey, I made a reservation 3 months ago at Noma.
Wow.
So he goes, I don't know if we're going to get in, but I made the reservation.
Wow.
Waitlisted.
What a
That's 3
fucking
months.
move.
We're on the wait list. And then we walked in with the guy from Denmark, and he walked up, he spoke to them, and he was basically saying, look, these are comics, they're in town, blah, blah, blah.
They are on the wait list.
They're, and the next day, I just ordered a fucking pie, a huge pizza. It looks so good. And he gets a call. It's him. He's going, look, we're in 20 minutes, Noma.
We got to go. Right now, we got to go.
The guy, I looked at the guy, I just ordered all this food with him and his wife or whatever. And I go, should I and he goes, he put me in the cab himself.
Wow.
He goes, I got there. Oh,
He said, like, you got to go, man. You got to go.
It's the spot.
It was amazing.
What an adventure that was.
But it was the whole trip was fucking great. We did so much crazy shit.
Going with fucking what's his name? The
Tom.
Viking.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
Vitor? No,
I forget. The guy Tom who did it. I went with him one day by ourselves, and we went out to a castle in the middle. Me and this guy went to his friend's house, who has a castle.
Oh yeah.
And she's just a regular blonde chick with gardening boots on, walking around this castle.
That's great.
And I was like, what the fuck?
This is so much cooler than like I went to Scotland, you go to Edinburgh, but it's like you're at the castle with all the tourists, and it's like
Right.
that's a whole different situation. Like what you guys are describing sounds infinitely more cool.
And Christiania went there. That was one of my favorite parts ever. That fucking weed
Oh,
town.
my God. What was that? What is
anarchist
that
town
again?
in the middle of Copenhagen.
But they have their own laws.
They have their own laws.
Yeah, we went there to get weed.
Oh,
He
it's
went to get
awesome.
weed.
Wait, where is this?
Amazing.
Christiania.
Dave Smith
I just parked up.
fully erect.
It's all these anarchists, and they said we don't want to do your system anymore. And there was abandoned barracks that they weren't
That's
using
amazing.
anymore.
They
And they're
took
like,
over.
we'll move in here. And they said, okay, tell you what, you can do that. You need to make sure these houses aren't going to fall. So you have to build them to some sort of code. And then do what you want. Like, we want to sell weed. They don't allow any hard drugs. And I was like, where's mushrooms? And like, that's on the line. But it's weed. And they go, there's no picture taking in the area where they do
Can't
sell the
take
weed.
any phones
Can't
out.
take any pictures, and you can't run.
What happens if you break
No
the
running.
rules?
They don't want you there. I don't know. There's not going to be.
I'm sure you get beat the
But there's
fuck
not like
by
prison or some shit.
guy
It's
on a
just like
bike.
they'll
They
tell you to
throw you
leave.
out
Leave, yeah.
one way or
There
another.
was some violence recently, and it kind of sort of got shut down. Somebody shot a cop.
That's never good.
But generally, it's like they keep trying. The Hell's Angels or whatever angels keep trying to come in there and take it over, the whatever drug trade, and put coke in there. Like, we don't want it here, and they keep chasing those people out.
Now, let me ask you a question though.
They educate their own children.
Do you think that you should? I mean, as comics, we're all chasing the shit. We're all chasing. I mean, you have it though. You have a show.
Yeah.
You set your life up perfectly, where you have to make
creatively independent. I can do and say whatever I want.
Whatever you
and
want.
make whatever I want.
because the money you make, nobody can take anything from you.
No,
They can take your show away. You'll still be fine.
I don't care.
Were you worried about not doing the podcast for so long?
No, I thought of like recording a bunch and then making them get released every week, but then I wasn't organized enough. So no, I wasn't at all worried about that.
But like the fans come right back, or like
I think so. I don't see a big. It's like when you're waiting for Game of Thrones.
Right.
You're waiting eagerly.
Did you just compare your podcast to Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
there's a dragon.
Why did you do one? Why did you didn't want to take one with you because you didn't want to be connected at all?
I didn't what?
It would have been interesting if you did podcasts with these people.
I
that you
did.
met.
I recorded a few out there.
On your phone? On
No,
what?
I took a Zoom.
Really?
Yeah, I did 3.
Oh, those
out
are
there.
going to be fucking great.
Yeah, my first one was just out. It's out now about this guy who explores. He found caves in Thailand. He found 80 different caves in Thailand. Discovered his own species of fish and
wow.
And
did he get any like treasure or anything?
He owns a town.
What a fucking American question. Did he get treasure? He found 80 caves. He discovered a new species of animal.
He found.
Does he have a pilot deal? Does he have any type of?
Why?
Why?
Oh, I'm sorry,
Why
fucking
live?
guy who
It's a good
defends
joke.
fucking Wall Street. Go fuck yourself.
There's nothing more natural or beautiful than the acquisition of wealth.
Listen, yeah, exactly. That's exactly my point, you fucking flip-flopper. Listen, tits. What I'm saying is that's wonderful that you found a fucking fish, that new species of fish. But a friend of mine does a lot. There's a lot of treasure shit
Treasure
out
diving?
there.
Yeah.
Man. I have a friend of mine
You have
that
a treasure guy?
He
He's a treasure
the
guy.
most unassuming
There must have
motherfucker
been
you'll
one.
ever meet, and he'll fucking die for treasure. He'll go and find cannonballs and cannons,
Wow.
and he'll find like axe heads from 2,000 years ago. I'm telling you, it's a whole fucking world out there with these guys that if you sat next to him on the plane, you'd be like, this guy's a dweeb, fucking nerd.
Really?
And turns out he's like a fucking pirate superhero.
It's weird, man, but yes, it's crazy. When I went to Guatemala, dude, this guy was.
Guatemala.
We found fucking knife blades from 1,000 years ago.
No way.
In the park. You're in the regular park, Guatemala City. Guatemala City The whole city, most of it.
Wait, did you forget the name of the city? And you're saying Guatemala City, or is that the name of it?
It's Guatemala
Okay,
City.
cool,
yeah.
cool, cool.
Guatemala City is underneath it. Okay, so shit dies, dust, dirt, dirt covers shit. Underneath it, where they built the regular city, are pyramids, like the shit from Apocalypto.
Wow.
Okay, and at this one park, they just dug down and they excavated one of these pyramids and a little village. So as you're walking around the side of the park, where you can look and there's pottery from 1,500 years ago.
Jesus.
There's obsidian knives. They would just take a lava rock, chip it, and that little piece is so sharp they'd make it into a knife, and that's what they cut animals open with. You can just find those in the ground. I found a bunch of them, and I put them in my pocket. And then when I was leaving the airport, I got so sick. I had dysentery. I was throwing up and shitting at the airport, sweating, and I had a pocket full of obsidian knives. And I was like, they're going to catch me. I'm going to go to jail. So I went into the bathroom to throw them out, and I threw them in the barrel. Someone had just emptied it, so there's no bag. So
Clank,
it just
clank.
clank, and I look, and there's 2 custom officers taking pisses. And they just hear clunk. And I was like, oh, God. I went and just started. Thank God I was just shitting, like puke shitting out of my asshole. So they were like, let's get the fuck out of here. But I was, yeah.
Do you think at all that you got sick because you stole cursed artifacts?
No, I fucking ate I had the lettuce, and they washed it with the water.
The lettuce is the one that gets you. Any of the
Always.
greens is what gets you. You can't. There's no salad you can eat in those
You can't eat
places.
salad because you think
Danger.
you forget
All
that
right.
they wash it.
I'm going. That's it. Fine. You got me.
We should all fucking just go on a stupid Ari trip.
How about this?
Let him pick
We
it.
should.
Let him pick it.
For each one of us, tell us what country to go to.
No, we let you pick it.
Yeah.
We do 7 days or 10 days. We not too long.
15.
Let's not get. Look, I got a
35.
kid. Okay, I want to see.
Well,
him
that would. Okay. I can pick one good for 10 days.
We do 10 days. We all fucking go.
I'm thinking upstate New York, like an hour and a half.
See, you're freaking out already. What,
I'm already uncomfortable with
you
this.
think
Yeah.
the fucking Legion
Okay,
of
we
Skanks gonna die without you?
We could do that. But we'd have to do it my way.
I'll do it his way.
Yeah, well, of course we're gonna do it. your
Which
way.
means this.
I don't like that Ari's talking to me like he's training me for a prize
It's
fight.
like a cult.
Which
It's like a
means
cult.
this.
We'll do it my way.
Look, man.
Which means you could only put a certain amount on your ATM.
Yes.
And you can't bring anything else.
Right.
And if you run out of money, you have to figure out a way to make some money.
No,
I'll
are you
figure it
right?
I will do that.
I'll
I will
figure
do
it
Because
that.
you can suck dick for money.
I
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's so fair.
Tim will.
Yes, the
take
two people
care
who
of
suck
it.
Listen,
dick
for
for
number
money.
one,
That's-
anyone can
Wait a
suck
minute,
dick for money.
Everybody just went, Bobby, you can too.
Yeah, everyone has a mouth.
It'll be a fair amount of
Me and Tim are
money.
gonna open up a brothel in Thailand.
It'll be a fair amount of money.
We're
You
gonna-
just you can't splurge.
We're gonna call it. We're gonna call
Okay,
it.
so
Chubby
what do
Chasers.
you-
Can you
What,
imagine
like-
the people that go to that brothel? Like, that's going to be a real interesting group of
It's
people.
just old Chinese.
Yeah, they
business-
just hear in the town. They're like, listen, there's a bunch of whores, but if you go a little further on the outskirts of town,
Right
there is
next-
a brothel you'll never forget.
It's attached to the McDonald's. Dude, I will fucking do
I'll
it.
do
We
it.
should do this. Will you do it?
I'll do it.
Yeah, of course. How could I not?
All right,
It'll be
so-
a fair amount of money. But what that does, when you don't have money, it gives you stakes. And it means
I
we
love
got
steak.
to get to this place.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And if this train gets derailed or something like that, fuck, now what are we going to do? And if you could you be like, let's just hire a car, then you don't have the fun.
Yeah,
Well-
I see what
Yeah,
you're saying.
I like
Yeah.
it.
All right, but here's my thing. I don't want to go anywhere where I can be bit by a fucking cobra. I'm not sleeping outside with scorpions and fucking double diamond fucking spiders or whatever they have.
Yeah, so
Okay.
just
But
no,
you might
bugs.
But you might sleep
No
outside.
bugs. I'd sleep outside.
Just not in one of those places.
I don't want to. I'm not fucking getting
Sure,
bit by
absolutely,
shit.
absolutely. I don't
I'm
want
not
danger.
winding up in a hospital with a
Gotta
fucking
use your
hole in
head.
my arm.
Got to use your head.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Because all right. And number two, we can't leave each other behind.
Behind.
Yeah, like if Dave gets fucking VD at a whorehouse, we have to hang and make sure he's all right. We can't just leave him at a hospital.
We did have this trek we went on, a 3-day trek, and this guy had horrible, dysentery kind of thing, just
Okay.
shitting and stuff. And we were like, all right, well, we're going on this trek tomorrow. Like, try to catch up to us. And a few days later, he did.
He got
Okay.
back.
I mean, he went to where we were going.
Yeah.
He took
Okay.
a bus, not the trek, but
All right, here's the deal.
no, we would look out for each other for sure.
We got to look out for each other. I can't.
Yeah.
If he gets dysentery,
Let me see.
yeah, that would affect everybody.
Fuck
sure.
that. I'd do it alone.
You're not
Bye.
coming.
Oh, I'm coming.
Bub, you're not
I think
coming.
it's a great idea. I think Ari should plan the whole thing. Like he chooses like the country.
This sounds like a fucking show.
How much?
This would be a great show.
Way to ruin it. We're trying to have a
can't bring
spiritual
cameras.
I'm kidding.
experience.
It was it was part of the fucking.
Sorry.
You can use it for research for a show, but that's it.
You'll need me there. I'm telling you.
Wait a minute.
But
let
I
me
will
just-
tell you this: if you
hang
get,
on, let me just
okay.
say this. Let's just pitch them.
Just have one meeting.
Dude, what if Ari him and fucking Jeff Ross are fucking doing this next year?
Yeah.
On Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Comics
Yeah.
on the run.
Yeah.
Listen.
Roasting monks all over Myanmar.
It starts with Jeff Ross doing his fucking poems that he's been doing for 14 years. And it moves on from there.
Yeah, dim the lights. Perfect.
Perfect.
Nice talking to you. I can't wait till somebody.
Here's the deal, though. If somebody does get sick and we can't move on, or if somebody gets like arrested or in some sort of trouble and we can't move on, then here's the cool thing. You're in already a cool place.
Yeah, but
there is no having to get there.
Okay, but here's the thing: we have no heavy drugs because I don't do drugs. No fucking crazy heroin and no doing stupid shit.
No
don't-
crazy
and you
heroin,
don't bring
regular
you don't
heroin.
bring drugs there,
No,
course
you don't
not.
bring drugs overseas.
right? Because you get killed. You get fucking.
Depends on where. You
Right.
can't sum up the whole world. You don't even know where it is yet. You don't know the laws there.
Well,
It's a
I'm
place
saying-
you haven't even heard of.
I assume
Where-
we're going
I'm
to
saying-
a place that's
I'm
pretty
saying
barbaric.
Where you went.
Can we go somewhere with
get fucking-
slots?
What happens if you get caught with drugs where you went?
I mean, in Thailand, nothing, man. Maybe
All right.
pay a fine.
Really?
What about China, you get caught bringing drugs in, they'll execute you.
Okay, so
But if you get caught with drugs there, they'll kick you out.
I thought Thailand was like
Okay.
a big problem. Like if you get caught with drugs, you
The Golden Triangle. That's where
Brokedown
opium
Palace.
like is.
I love that restaurant. Favorite Chinese restaurant in Boston. the
Golden Triangle.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, the fucking
Yeah,
crab
and-
rangoons are the shiz.
Oh, yeah. Myanmar, Thailand, and Laos, where that meets, is heavy opium.
I say, and it doesn't have to look. First of all, it doesn't have to be a jungle escapade. It doesn't have to be dangerous. It
Somewhere
could be
foreign.
somewhere foreign, and we go with you, and we live off the grid. No phones,
No phones, great.
no MySpace, no Facebook. No,
MySpace.
sorry, no MySpace.
I
no
told this to
Facebook.
my buddy who works
Whatever.
at works at
None of these
Comedy
8
Central.
tracks.
And he said he was
No
going on vacation
CDs.
for a week and with his wife.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I'm telling you. He's like, I'm not gonna. I'm like, you're gonna check your computer. You're gonna check internet to see what you're missing. You're not gonna do it. But you're gonna check. So it's gonna find you. What you should do is, as soon as leave your phones at home, as soon as you land, you and your wife get 2 burner phones, so you can contact each other, and then that's all you need.
How much is a burner phone?
$30, $20, 10 maybe. Sometimes free. You can get a free one at Best Buy, but like not.
It's
if
the
you
only.
use in
It's
America.
literally the only way to fucking travel.
it's such a
way.
different experience than like anything
Get
else.
just your head out of your ass and fucking look around. That's
I love
You
it.
keep your eye on the fucking
I say
phone.
we do it.
All right.
I say we do it. Let's do it. I say we plan for.
Let's when it gets cold, we can escape the cold.
Yes.
Yeah,
let's
that's
do
the way
it.
to do it.
Yeah.
Do it over the winter.
Go to L.A.
We'll do it. We'll do it. And we'll pitch it.
Yeah,
Me and Tim.
pitch it.
That'd be funny.
Come
me and Tim,
on.
Next GC
L.A.
commercial.
no phones. Let's do
See
it.
me and Tim doing a travel channel.
Yeah.
No phones, destinations.
No
Me
phones.
and Tim.
I brought a tablet,
Yeah.
but I'm not. You know,
You got to go for at least 10 days because if you go anywhere further than like a 3 or 4 hour, 5 hour flight,
Yeah,
you're talking about one day for just flying.
Yeah.
Well, look, I say we do it and we'll do it next winter.
Yeah.
Over maybe January, maybe December.
December's dead for dirty comedy, right?
Dead. We do December. We go away for 10 days. You plan it. We go. We can't find. Here's the thing. We can't
I love it.
we can't ask where we can buy the ticket. We know where the destination is, but we don't know what we're doing when we get there.
Who's gonna come? Would Lewis do it? Would Jay do it? Would they do it?
No, there's no way in the world Jay does it.
Jay's not
No,
going to do it.
Jay's not going to
Jay
do
would
it.
love
Go
No.
check.
Yeah.
Lewis would be down maybe, but I don't. Lewis has a kid too and shit, so it might be tough for him. But I mean, like,
and he's just, but what?
So what's the deal with the kids? You couldn't get away for 2 weeks from your kid?
No, I can't because I live with my wife. We have a family.
But you
He
can,
has-
but
he
you can.
can't-
No, I'm saying emotionally, you can deal with not seeing him for a little while like that.
I think
right?
it's healthy for him to. I always say this. I think guilt is healthy. I think that shit is healthy to be away from my family where I feel guilty because when I come back,
Miss him.
I'm just like fuck. And I me
can't wait to
being
see my
away
kids
from him for 10 days would be hard on him, but it would be hard on me too, dude. I would fucking be devastated.
Yeah.
But I think
couldn't
you know,
FaceTime or anything.
I think I know, but you'd probably be able to do something somewhere. You know, I'd be able to. I'd have to contact. They'd have to have a way to contact me in case he died or my wife got hit by a car. I'd have to go home.
You would have to cover that ahead of time.
Well, I would have
Your parents, let them know.
Ari's a purist. Ari's a purist. Ari's saying if somebody gets hit by a car, That's a
what my
decision
that's
they
my
made.
parents said. My parents didn't know where I was or where I was going.
That's
but they're like,
fine.
what if there's an emergency?
Yeah, but
I'm
your
like,
parents haven't
exactly
cared
what
about you in 18 years.
But I'm like, what are you talking about emergency? You're talking about somebody dying. You're talking about me missing the funeral. That's
No.
not an emergency.
That me missing my son's funeral?
That would be hard, but you'll mourn when you get back.
Buddy, first of all,
You'll mourn when you get back in your own way.
But that's what I love about Ari, because this is the legit. That's a legit philosophy.
He's not
And
completely wrong. I mean, you
he's
already
not-
lost your kid. It's just a funeral at this point.
It sounds crazy to a Western, but he's like, he has a very expansive philosophy that involves some of these principles of like, yeah, what's a fucking funeral anyway?
It'll
Take
hit
a-
me when it's
take-
time to hit
take a
me.
breath in your sentences. all right?
Listen,
You're running
I'm-
out of gas at the end.
I'm not gonna
All right?
listen.
It sounds like you fucking have food in your throat.
They don't
I
have to
was in
bury him
San
right away.
Antonio. Nobody asked me about my trip and my realizations.
They don't have to
I
bury him
did.
right
I
away.
was
I
talking
think
to
you did.
Yeah.
He went to San Antonio.
There was a
Had
lot. It's very. I had my phone and it was still horrible.
You had a,
So
you had
that's
a-
interesting.
he
That's
had-
why it was horrible. You leave
Ari.
your phone at home, you're gonna make friends. You're gonna
Ari,
make
he-
new friends in San Antonio.
He had a 3-pound honey bun.
I had it was a
Wow,
3-pound cinnamon bun.
congratulations.
Cinnamon bun.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Do you know what happens at the end of a 3-pound cinnamon bun? It's very much
shit.
like spending 2 months in Myanmar. You start looking at the world differently. You notice things. You make friends with people.
Could you imagine bringing that 3-pound cinnamon bun to Marima? How happy that village would be.
They'd be like, "What the fuck?"
They would probably be offended. They would be offended by anything we would bring.
Probably make him like sick. Imagine all those people have never like had like fucking processed sugar and shit.
It might
Like,
be that. I got real tired when I got home. Like every day, I was like falling asleep in front of people.
Yeah.
I think I don't know.
I think it's you fucking crash on that shit. When
Now,
you
when you got back on Facebook, when you got back on Twitter or whatever, was it exciting again?
I did a week without coming home, so I was a week in America without coming back to New York. So I got a little bit like okay with this place
Acclimated.
before I got on whatever again.
And when you got back on, was it fun? Was it exciting? Did you like seeing what people had said about you?
Instagram, maybe. I mean, I talk to people, but Instagram to me, I look on like my feed. I'm seeing other comics and stuff. It's mostly other comics I follow.
Right.
Just seems needy. It just seems like
Yeah.
I got nothing to say, but let me say something instead of like something interesting to post. Like your stand-up bits, it's not just because you don't just get up there like, oh, well, I should talk about something. You fucking write a joke and you do it. On Instagram and Twitter, it's just like, man, you're just throwing it out for response. A lot, not all the time, but
yeah,
a
there's
lot.
like there's like the comedy thing. There's like more of like a craft to it. It feels like it's not just and like you said, I've read a few things about what you were saying, like dopamine being released when you see. They're saying a thing about how you, which I do this. I'm guilty of it, but when you check, you click on the likes to see who liked it.
Yeah, right
And, like,
away.
as
What do you
go-
mean? What do you mean?
So if you had a status that has like a couple hundred
Look
likes,
at me. I know what you mean. Of course, I've done that.
oh, sorry. Well, you sold it well.
I do it
It's
too.
addictive,
I do it
man.
too.
But it's a
an
weird thing when you
addiction.
just see this. You see this thing like, oh, okay, some chick who I thought was hot in the 9th grade just liked my status, and it gives you this like
I stopped-
weird thing. Like,
But I stopped liking people. I like people's shit, and then I see this motherfucker never likes anything I do, and I'm like, go fuck yourself. I stopped liking him.
Look at that.
I mean,
That's
th-
crazy
that's
that you're getting
crazy.
into that kind of
That's
battle over
crazy.
something. so
Crazy.
That's
dumb.
why that Black Mirror episode was so good because it's
with
like
the likes, with liking your
yes.
life.
Yeah.
I just saw that one
Amazing.
again.
so
Unbelievable.
good because it's like we're just heading to this world where we're all rating each other.
and
Yeah,
the
but he
phoniness.
said it.
Like
It-
that's what was amazing about
Yeah.
him is how phony she was in it. And I feel like that's to me the most troubling aspect of all that shit is like that's where we're going as a society. Like everyone's just so fucking fake.
But it does have its pros because bed bugs in hostels don't exist that much anymore because there's a rating system.
Yeah.
Nothing is
Because
all good or
people-
all bad. Yeah.
Because people can say "fuck this place."
oh no, it's
So that-
If it didn't have tremendous pros, it wouldn't be as powerful.
I don't-
That's the
yeah.
thing. It's like cocaine. If cocaine didn't work, you would never have crack and homelessness and
I don't think it's
domestic violence.
Yeah.
There's a good to it, which makes it so virulent and powerful.
Yes, we're doing. I mean, literally, what we're doing right now is an example of it. You know, I mean, like we're using all this technology, like you said before. I mean, it's amazing that you can fucking bring, like, bring an H4n on the road. I'm basically bringing what was a radio station on the fucking road with me to go do a podcast. You know, like you can cut an ad. I can have, and like you were saying, having a Uber
not
come pick me up.
technology.
It's amazing.
It's not technology. I don't even think it's smartphones. I honestly think it's almost all social media.
Yeah, that's an interesting
There's
distinction.
Yelp is a bit of a problem. It takes you away from just wandering the streets. Like in San Francisco, I might just wander around Chinatown until I see a busy restaurant. I'm like, well, this must be good. Let's check it out.
I remember in the 90s,
But
you used to
it's
walk.
mostly social media.
You would walk into a hotel or a restaurant and not know what it looked like
Yeah.
before you got there.
Yeah.
There was something cool
Yes,
about that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
There's
Discovered
something
it.
that
It's part of your
you
experience
discover
now.
it. There's something that robs you of the experience when you've looked at the menu, watched a YouTube of the chef cook, looked at what you know what I mean? There's something that just it's hollow.
I'm getting what I'm supposed to get. Everyone has to get the ribeye.
But there's definitely a really beautiful thing to it too, man. Like what I really think is amazing is like how it like will
Lauren
nullify.
just rolled her eyes.
I didn't.
I'm kidding. This is a real beautiful thing.
I'm gonna go back and check the tape.
Here he goes again.
But I just think like the way they kind of almost like they'll like nullify the government in some ways. Like, you know, you had all those like medallion taxi rules, and then Uber's just like, well, sorry, we just figured out a whole new fucking way to do that. And I think
allows
so what I was saying about that shit with the Yelp thing, what you're saying, what I think is amazing about that is you have these things where like, you know, like the government will go around and give you like an A, B, C, D. And nowadays no one even takes this shit seriously because I'd rather just hear from people who are customers
is way more important to me than an
way more important because you're telling me all of your customers are coming back saying this was awesome.
Yeah.
Who the fuck cares what some bureaucrat said? You
Well,
know?
he's going to the kitchen and seeing fucking shit crawling in a sauce on the floor that you seem to
come up.
love.
That'll come up. If there's enough cockroaches, they won't just get in the kitchen. They'll come out and people start reviewing it.
Look, I love technology. I use Yelp every town I go to. The first thing I do, I remember going through phone books. To find massage parlors. I remember, and I had my own technique. I knew I had to look how late they were open, the name, and I would look for a body shower. There was all these things that I would have to find to know, oh, this place jerks you off.
Wow.
And first thing I did, every hotel, grab the yellow pages, flip to M's, and then start looking for that name. Yeah. You know, Wing Wongs or whatever the fuck it was, and then look for a table shower, look for the hours. If it was open at 11,
that was your shit. Just
11 o'clock, they're jerking you off.
I did that once ever. Got a rub and tug or whatever. It was pretty amazing.
I wish I could say that. That was my thing, Fro, because I was addicted to before social media, and I couldn't have a chick all the time. Even I had fucking banging 5 or 6 chicks, I would always go get a rub and tug. It was just a weird thing. It was just like this. I would go.
Technology makes it easier. I do is like if I was stuck in Montreal, I would like text someone who I thought was a degenerate, like Jim Jeffries. I'm like, hey, where can I get a? He's like, I don't know, I've never gotten one there. It's like, damn it.
You can it's actually down Elizabeth Street. I got one. You actually pick on a computer.
Really?
And you pick the photo, and then you go into the room, and that girl shows up. You have to leave your shoes at the front door, though.
It's fair.
That's
how
they.
trade-off.
Yeah, because they don't want you to fucking just screw. And I would go into a hot tub, and they give you what's called a slide. They get naked, and they put oil on their body, and they slide up and down your body. And then they'll crank you out. A slide is a great thing.
Perv reaction.
I love a slide. And these girls were 11s. These girls were 11.
Oh, I thought you said they were 11 years old.
Yeah, me too. I was like,
wow,
hot.
No, they were just gorgeous.
Nothing better than 11-year-old slide.
But it's but like I don't do that shit anymore either. It's funny because now you did a lot of drugs over there though, right? You smoked weed?
Barely.
Really?
Yeah, you don't really need it so much. Everything's so vibrant already.
Yeah, that's a really great point too. Because I think so much of that shit is just like the excitement.
I love hearing that. And not because I'm a recovering alcoholic and drug addict and AA and whatever. I think that people who do, I love that you can just shut it down and go live life without it.
Yeah.
And you know that.
If it was around all the time, maybe I'd do more. But like, generally, it's like, you know, when you're high, it takes like a boring movie, it makes it more exciting. It's a good special effects movie with no story. Like, let's get high before we see that.
Right.
But then at some point, everything's so exciting that you're like, this is dampening it. And I was in that zone.
I just hate when people become a thing, and then they have other people around them that are into that thing.
Oh,
and then
pothead only.
Well, then you just that's your thing, and those are your people, and that's all your thing. And it's like I feel like to come out of that and just be something else for a little while. I think that's a great so that you can show like you don't just do this. You don't live life with just doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I probably had 5 days of pot use there.
That's great.
4 months.
That's great.
Two and
how was it?
3 in Cambodia. Man, garbage.
It was garbage.
Yeah, I mean, it was like at least the guy in Cambodia was like, oh no, it's awful for sure, but this is what we got. So I was like, why do you mix it with tobacco? He goes, there's no reason for do that here. It's already shitty enough. Like you don't have to cut it.
Shit. Wow.
Yeah, brown. They're like, look at this. I'm like, that looks terrible. Like, no, it's great. I'm like, wait. Whoa.
You have to smoke a fucking bag of it.
That's when you know it's third world.
Yeah, yeah. when they
You see how
screw it in his-
brown the weed is.
You're like, these people live on less than $1 away. They're classified as extreme poverty by the UN. I was like, yeah, I'm with you. And they go, also, they have shitty weed because the humanity.
But your tolerance goes so far down that you're like, this will do.
Fucking A. Well, all right, we're going on a trip.
Yeah.
We're going on a trip next. You're going to pick it.
I'll start thinking about it.
Who's in? Are you in?
I'm in, yeah.
You in?
I'm in.
Bobby, come on.
No.
Let me in.
Because first of all, I'll tell you why.
I've got no family, no mortgage.
You know what?
I have a
You know
family
what?
and
That
a mortgage, but
understand.
if I plan it, I can do it.
Yeah, you have to plan it ahead of time.
That's all. I can't just go next week. But if I plan it, I can do it.
I did this when I was done recording a special and my show wasn't shooting for 4 or 5 months.
That's great. That's good for you with all your fucking happy horse shit.
But I'm just saying, like,
I know
there's
you're just
nothing
saying.
going on.
I know you fucking got the world by the balls.
Also, I'm 6'3".
Yeah, and you got a big dick in
I have a
this
nice apartment with a backyard.
huge fucking sack.
Yeah.
My
My own
you can't
grill.
come.
We can grill
Why?
back
You
there.
can't come.
Fine,
You
I'm
can't
staying
come.
back with Dawn.
What? I
I'm
don't
staying
give
back
a
with
fuck.
Dawn.
Go fuck men. I don't care. Sorry, Dave.
I'd prefer you don't do that.
I'd actually, I mean,
If you could avoid that last one.
Hey, go fuck dudes. I don't care. There's firemen just moved across the street. That's right. I had 2 firemen just move across the street. One bought a house. The other one bought a house.
In
All of a sudden,
Westchester?
I come home. My kid's got a fucking fire hat, a fire sticker. I go, what the fuck are you doing?
He goes, I got this from a real man.
she went to there was a fair that the firemen put on. I was like, all right, cool. That's the worst day of my life.
Were
I
you
come
cool
home,
about it though?
just fucking some dude with a wrench, fucking big boots, just a big pair of boots out in front of my
you
door.
see a footprint in your door.
I
You're
tell you
like,
what,
"Oh, man."
it happens. I tell you what I'm doing. I'm fucking. Me and you are traveling the world. Fuck them all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing drugs again too.
Now you're just kind of wishing your wife cheats on you.
You're
Like,
fighting her
please.
for nothing.
Like, Bobby, he puts out fires and he starts fires in my heart.
Honey, you can't go because we can't have any distractions. You're a distraction.
I'm not a distraction. Am I a distraction
Yeah,
here?
I can barely
No.
focus on the podcast.
Not to Tim, but to me.
I will tell you the dynamic that changes when there's a woman there. It is a dynamic
Try
change.
me.
Yeah,
It is.
because we got to put up
Not
with your
you,
shit.
not you.
Whatever.
And Dave's gonna see how ugly you really are. 4 days in
Oh,
when you
he's
can't put your
seen.
makeup on.
Oh, he's seen.
You have no eyebrows. You're
All right, Bobby.
Sorry.
Fine, I'm not coming.
all right. Good.
Fine, I'll have fun here by myself.
God, have fun. I don't give
Fine.
a fuck. You're not making me guilty because you're
And then
not.
I'm not running this show while you're gone.
Yeah, you are. You're gonna do. You can run it. You can have Lewis is gonna host.
You're gonna leave me here with Lewis?
Yeah, why not?
All right, fine.
All right, I'll have Stavros do it.
All right.
I'll have his roommate do it. You gonna want to host the show when I leave? No, you fucking lost it. You
Lost
got
it.
your
You
shot.
didn't seem enthusiastic
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
That was your
why-
shot, kid.
Yeah, why
What is
not?
it?
Yeah.
Well, it's not Cumtown, douchebag. This is YKWD.
These are the big leagues.
All right, so listen, we're gonna wrap this up. I'm glad to have you back. 'Cause
Thanks,
you know,
Bob.
you've always been one of my favorite people in the world in this business. And no, seriously, I always say you're just one of my favorite people. You've always the way you do things, the way you run things, the way we've done a lot of stuff together. But I thoroughly
Yeah.
enjoy hanging out with you, and I love that you just you're you, and you do what you want to do, and it's very inspirational, inspiraing, and we should
Thanks.
all look at.
I'm glad you spend more time with your kid because of something I did. That's nice.
It
Put your
is.
phone
I
off and,
put my phone off. I've been doing that, and it's you and I think Louis talked about it a little bit, and it's like just shut it the fuck down a little bit because it's just addictive. It's hard, but
It'll come in. The message will come in.
it will come in, and you know
Later.
what? You don't. Whatever you're gonna get's gonna come too.
Yeah.
All you have to do is the work. You don't have to do any of the other stuff. But we feel like if we tweet and we're out there and we do this and we do that and we do and we make phone, none of it matters.
Yeah.
You could be. I say you can be anywhere, and whatever the fuck you're supposed to do will happen. Like when you come back, shit's gonna happen for you. You know, I'm going to Belgium. That's probably when they'll call up. Hey, you want to do a special
That's cool.
this week? Harry fucking bailed out. We got the theater though.
It'll happen.
Whatever.
There's no like.
I'm not getting a special. I'm fucking not famous enough. I'm not famous. I'm white.
just
I'm
did
not a
one.
minority. I did one a year and a half ago.
You got to choose to be gay like Tim.
I'm gonna have to fucking go to a tanning salon.
Gotta get an
I'm
angle.
gonna have to get another. I'm gonna have
Get
to.
an angle.
I'm gonna have to get another god. I'm gonna have to fucking go to a tanning salon and I have to take it in the rumpa dump.
Yeah, that's it. Probably if you
And
could
I'm
go,
gonna have to video me fucking
No one will
bowing.
believe you.
could
yeah.
you be
Me
Muslim?
me on my knees at the east.
I think that's
No,
a good one.
I don't think I.
You
could.
already
Convert-
played a woman on TV, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think people would believe if you just were like showed like you kissing with a dude I think people would be like, that's fake.
No, people would think it was a brownie in the other guy's mouth.
I think you would have to go.
Hang on one second.
That was great. That was so
You don't
good.
get to decide.
That was so good.
Listen, this is the problem with this new generation. They can't take a hit. I thought it was great. We didn't, fat tits. Put that on. The bomb bandana. You were too anxious. Okay? Go fuck yourself.
I forgot about
I
that.
thought it was great. We didn't.
Yeah,
Shut
you
up.
would have said it.
What's your name again, buddy?
Ryan Shutt.
Ryan Shutt. Are you a comic?
Yeah.
And you sit like that?
Yeah. It's comfortable, man.
In your face, Ryan.
I tell you what, I'm very, and there's a thing with me when guys sit like that because I can't.
Cross-legged?
Well, it's not even because I'm fat. Even when I was thin, I couldn't do it because the top, my top half leg is very short. You need a nice long top half leg. And I can't just flip my leg over there like that. And
homophobia.
What?
And homophobia.
No,
It stops you from doing that.
I actually would love. It's one of my dreams in life to be able to flip my leg over my other leg. Yeah, you're doing it. I see guys doing it on a plane.
Everybody can do it. Even fat people can do it.
You can't do it.
Get there.
No,
you're not doing
That's
it.
hilarious that you said everybody can do it, and then just
Wait, what am I supposed to do?
You're doing one
Look
of
at
these.
that.
You're doing one of these.
He's hugging his other
they're
leg.
together.
It's like
Yeah,
this
I can
shit.
do that.
Touch him.
Yeah.
Back in the
It's so uncomfortable.
No.
It feels so unnatural.
No.
Look at
Yeah, you can't
No
do
space
it.
here. No space here.
You're doing a figure four.
You're doing one of these.
Yeah, that's a figure four. That's a fat figure four. He's doing a leg hug.
I don't want to hug a leg with another
Yeah,
leg.
well, there you go.
Oh, now you
See,
don't want
just
this
made-
different-
now
Now
you
I
don't
don't want to
I
do
don't
it.
want
'cause I don't even know what it is.
Typical fucking millennial comic. Now he just turned. Can't take a hit.
I don't need to do it. Maybe you can stop your cis white male privilege in that chair. How about that, buddy?
Sis. I hate
Sis.
that one.
I don't know. I was like, what does that mean?
Oh, it's a fun
This is
one.
why so many guys like Tim are choosing to be gay, because it's just
Yeah.
easier. It's just easier to be able to throw this shit.
I want to show you this lady. This is fucking nuts, man. Did you see this?
No,
make
sure
it big
not.
before it plays. Okay, ready? Look at this party. So they're having this big party at this
Oh yeah, I saw this.
public pool at this, probably a townhouse place, right? This old lady comes out with their two dogs.
Just yelling at everybody.
Yeah, trying to get people just to turn the music down. She's like, please just turn the music down. Please just turn the... Then look what this kid does. Picks her up, fucking whack.
And then, dude, even after dropping her, he's still like,
Then grabs her by the tit and with her dogs and throws her in the fucking pool.
Oh my god. He didn't mean to drop her. He picked her up and then fell.
He slipped.
this is the shit where it's
What
like,
if a white guy did that to a black old
oh
lady?
my
Like,
god,
Can you imagine
it
what
would
would
literally
happen?
be, if this was a group of white people and one old black lady came
Yeah,
into that,
yeah.
this would be a national
This would be a national- it'd be on
emergency.
CNN
It would
every
literally
night.
we would be
Yeah.
having a conversation
Okay,
about
okay,
race in
okay,
America.
but you know what's happening with here when people see this video? You got
It goes
these-
the other way.
No,
Well,
you
let's
go, these
click on-
fucking animals. They
Right.
can't
Wait, stop.
Yeah,
Click
that's
on
what people say.
the.
It's
Watch
horrible.
this. First of all, this is the black guy they get to rip. The whitest black news guy ever. Turn it up.
Woman into a swimming pool in Florida. It's going viral this morning. Nancy James is on the association board of the apartment complex.
It's funny
where the
you say
incident
that.
happened. She was responding to noise complaints at the pool and was asking
This
the
is a-
party
this is the pool for the
down
building.
their music when it happened. Cell phone video captured the moment when a 16-year-old lifted James out of the air, slammed
Smashes her to the
She did like
ground.
a
He didn't really slam her
professional
down. He
wrestling
fell.
move.
He fell.
Oh, he didn't
fell.
mean to. Oh no, he
but
tried
then
throwing in the pool.
no, but look at the dog. He's dragging the fucking dog. Watch.
He's the kid that just has not evolved yet into what you're supposed to be as a human being.
Click. Bang.
The part is that even after he slipped and dropped her, he's still throwing her in
Because
the
he
pool.
had a game plan, he
you know.
couldn't come off it.
being charged with battery, but James still has bruises, but she's
Well,
expected
I mean,
to be okay.
I think he was just like, oh, this will be fun. I'll throw her in the pool, and then it
Yeah, but
became
you
like more
can't.
violent by
You
accident.
can't fucking grab an old lady with two
absolutely not.
dogs.
Absolutely not.
The dogs. You see
What's
the
the
dogs
dogs?
being dragged
Oh.
into the pool. Thank God the lady let go of the fucking dogs, because that little dog would have went right to the fucking.
I
bottom
mean,
with
listen,
that old
man.
lady.
That's just you gotta go to court. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
you can't do that. You can't do
You
that.
can't do that.
What?
You
What?
got. You
You
got to
just say what you want to
A
say.
kid like that's got to go to.
Just say it.
He's gotta go. Yeah,
Say it.
What?
Say it.
What do you want me to say?
Say it.
You have to be. You have to be.
If your next word is the N word, it'll be perfect.
No, I mean it's. You listen. You got to answer for that. Right? Am I wrong on that? You gotta answer. You can't pick up an old lady and drag her around, dude.
You absolutely can't.
This was fucking 50 years ago. Your response would have been a lot different. You got to answer for that.
Yeah,
I mean, that is just. That is
true,
just,
though.
It's ludicrous.
It's true, though. If that had been the other way around,
yeah,
it would be on CNN every night. It'd
There'd
be a
be
news story.
fucking-
I do agree with Tim on that.
There'd be buildings on fire.
Yeah,
It'd be
it'd be a
literally,
riot.
there'd probably be riots. It'd be a huge.
Right.
Now, I think what Ari's saying true is there's also like some probably alt-right people or people on the other side who is like,
Sitting
see,
there
this is
sharing
how
that
violent
video.
blacks
Yeah,
are, and
yeah.
you can't. But it's not the same. If this was the reverse, I'm saying this would be a fucking national moment right now. Like this would be one of the biggest things that happened this year if the races were reversed.
And just on a lighter note, there's a this makes me so happy.
If there's a video of just the opposite happening now, it's really- this is how
17
wrong
years.
I am. It got nothing.
Go to these Spirit
Well,
Airlines.
still.
This is what happens when they canceled the flight.
They can't. Yeah, they canceled.
They canceled the flight.
This is.
Wait, is this the pool party again?
The Spirit Airlines for poor people. It's the poorest airline, right?
It is.
Who are they beating up?
This
The
is
cops?
everybody who should get health care. This is everybody who should get health care.
They're rushing
Here they
security?
are, everyone.
They're rushing the
They
security.
should get health care so they can beat
Yeah.
the shit out of it. I mean, come on.
Well, it's no. First of all, it's not. Paul, go. I'll cancel it. It's fucking. They canceled. They canceled the flight. Correct? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they can't. It was delayed. And they
Delayed. I mean, dude, we're
And then what? Who
we're
are, they, who
heading
are they fighting? Who are they fighting there?
each other.
each other and the cops and security, and I mean, this is what's going down, man. I don't fucking want. I brought my family down here the last week to the cellar for brunch, and then we walked around, and I was like, I was so on my fucking toes, on my game, looking for any horse shit about to go down, because
It's a scary thing when you got a little kid, man.
But
Like,
this
you
can
can't even-
happen. This can happen anywhere,
and you can't
now.
get in a fight if you're
Now.
with your kid. Like you can't get in
You
a fight
can
at all.
fucking hit cops now. You can just fucking start
Those
fighting
are security
cops.
guards. Those aren't cops.
No, those are they don't have security guards at airports. That's a
No, it's federal employees.
That's
It's if it's
I don't know if it was.
Well,
Those
listen-
look like weird badges.
No, maybe not. But
Well-
whatever it is, you know, there's like rules, like whatever with MTA workers. I know if you assault an MTA worker, it's like you get more time than just a normal person. It's like
No,
it's
'cause
like
they
a cop.
Yeah.
So they're probably still like legally protected like a cop. Like, dude, if you get in a fist fight with an airport security, I got to imagine you're
You're on
looking
a
at-
list forever.
Yeah.
This is why China's doing better than us, because they just eliminate people that are a problem.
Yeah.
And that's the reality. If you're a net minus, China's run like a business. So it's like after a while, if you do things like that, you go goodbye.
Well, we used to have a lot more of that here too. I mean, like we had institutionalization for a long time. Like that's why there's all these homeless people now. Like
Right.
before, we would just be like, "Oh, you're crazy. You get fucking
Right.
thrown in the loony bin." Like,
Right.
That's that.
But but the way we're doing it is it does it all explode and then we make it through the other side?
That's the question.
And do we are we in a better place than these other countries that just eliminate people? Do we make it to where we
have a lot of people that are gaining momentum in this country that are anti-society. They're anti-civilization. They don't like civilized society, and they have a lot of money and they're well financed, and they're putting these. They're doing a lot of things to try to rip the fabric of society apart, and they're succeeding.
Yeah, I actually think Tim's right.
I
Unfortunately,
mean, are we heading for a civil war?
I don't know.
Well, like I mean, that's almost
I
like a
think
good
so.
perspective. Well, a good perspective to keep is that we did fight a civil war once as a country. So like, it has been a lot worse. Like, it did get to a point where we actually
But
fucking
are
fought.
we? But it seems like
I think what's the hope.
Are we going there again?
Well,
Because
what
I want to go get a gun.
You might
You
want
should.
to.
You
You might
should.
want to. It's not a terrible idea. And I'll tell you, I think what you hope for is that we just break up as a country rather than fight a war to keep
But
this all
what
together.
happens- what
Because
do you
we're
mean-
not one.
Yeah, it's like
we're not one country. We're not one
California
culture.
doesn't like,
What do you mean
you know,
break up?
Wyoming.
How does that
Cal
happen?
exit, which is they say, well, the same way the British Union secession, like the same way the British just
Scotland-
seceded
Scotland
from
to break
the
off
Union.
from the UK. California would eventually be like, we don't want to be a part of you anymore. We're a good economy on our own. We can have our own money.
At
But
what
their
point do
economy
you think
sucks.
when people like
Aren't they failing as a state?
Yeah, okay, California's a bad example.
Well,
They'll try. California's balanced all of their economy on the backs of billionaires and millionaires.
Right.
And when what'll happen is when they secede from America and they have to then take even a larger chunk of those people's money,
they'll be
get the
destroyed.
fuck
Yeah.
out of there. All of these things, especially New York and California, are Ponzi schemes built on big risk, big business, and big failure.
So where do we go? Where do you go if this happens? If New York, the coast, say fuck you and and we have a civil war and we break off.
Well, I'd rather
where
not
do
have
you
the war.
go?
Well, if you have a civil
where do
war,
you
we're
go?
fucked. If we have a civil war, we're fucked.
I'll stay East Coast. If East Coast breaks off, I'm staying East Coast.
If you're saying where I would want to
Yeah.
move, I'm a fucking New Yorker, man.
I'm going up. I'm fucking driving the fuck.
I don't think we're not breaking up. I don't think we're breaking up in our
I'm
lifetime.
driving to the fucking.
We're not breaking up
Canada?
as a country.
I'm not
I don't
going
know
to Canada.
about
I'll
that.
go to New
Too cold.
Hampshire.
There
I'll go
will
to New
be,
Hampshire.
listen,
I'm out.
there will be
Too cold.
riots, there'll be revolutions, there'll be massive federal clampdown. We're not breaking up. There's no money in us breaking up.
Well, no, listen. I think you're wrong
I have
about
no
that.
problem. Shut the fuck up. I have no problem because Dave, you start talking. You get.
Sorry, go ahead.
I get whipped up on this shit. And it turns into fucking the Kennedy program. I got to settle you down. I have no problem living in the fucking woods though. If money, I could just sell fucking whatever I killed, and I look at those shows with guys in Alaska.
You could do that though. You think you could
Buddy,
pull that
I
off?
look at those guys in Alaska who are just living like you say, just eat. They kill to eat. They live. They have no. They're not worried about. They're worried about what they're doing the next day, not 20 years from now. I have no fucking problem living like that. Do you?
I don't.
Why?
I like it. I like it. I'm not
think we
capable
all
of it.
have a problem living like that.
Why?
Yeah, we like our
Because
things.
we like our things,
like
buddy.
pizza shops.
You're in the same word. You tell me how much you love technology and you love the new phone, and then you tell me you're gonna sell fucking pelts.
You like
in
the idea of that. You couldn't do that. You
Nobody
could. You wouldn't
could.
want to
We're
for a long
soft.
period of time.
I could do it.
Oh boy, here we go.
I watched Joe Rogan's Instagram.
He
and
couldn't do it either. I mean,
you not break my equipment for a joke, a fart joke.
The fart didn't even come through.
Yeah, it didn't even come through, and you just broke it. Cause you don't have any fucking food in your system.
Your weak fucking Southeast Asian farts.
I could definitely do it, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had to, you could do a lot.
I have no problem fucking going out in the woods and living in the fucking woods.
I think we are. I think there's a really good chance this happens in our lifetime. I think we're on a path like what the Soviet Union was on, where it's just unsustainable and the whole thing is going to break up. But by the way, that was the best thing that ever happened to Russia. So it's like, I don't know. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think Alabama and New York should be part of one thing. We're not in any way the same country.
We're more different than Alabama than we are to Toronto.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait till you find out that the problem with when you break up is that you have all of these shared things. Institute in the military is one of them. You know?
Yeah.
Disproportionate. Like I just don't think there's a reality. Maybe in a while, but I don't think we're there yet. I don't think.
Well, you'll get like, let's say
videos,
California breaks off or New York breaks off.
Yeah.
I think they'd be like, well, hold on. Why don't we spend way less than 50% of our budget on military? Let's spend like 5%.
That all works until Russia says, "Let's fight."
Well, hold on. Well, look.
Wait. Fucking somebody's like, well, let's
that
take
works
America.
until somebody
hold
goes,
on.
"Yeah, let's fucking fight."
If you take
Who
America,
gets the nukes?
If you
How
hold
about
on.
that?
If you take
Who
America,
gets the
but
Navy
literally,
SEALs?
But the example I just gave you is like a perfect example of that. Like if you take away the American military, the biggest military that ever existed was
Slow
the
down,
Soviets.
Dave. Bring it. Slow it down.
So, well, I'm saying,
I know, but you're fucking fast.
I get the point set, so I don't
know,
take up
but
too much time.
Just keep going.
So I'm saying, so they had the same exact problem. They had this huge military. They had all these
80 nukes missing. in Russia.
Yeah, that's the answer. That's where it goes.
The answer is not to have. I don't think that's. Listen,
Dave,
it could
you sound
happen.
like a choo-choo train
I'm not
when you
saying
talk.
it. I'm not saying it can't happen. But the idea that it's some like seamless transition from the United States of America to all these territories
No, it won't. It'll
is
be
not
bad.
true.
It'll be
it's
rough.
going to be bad for a long time.
Yes, it'll be rough, and it was very rough for the Russians.
It's going to be very bad.
I mean, I can't imagine us doing that, but it's like you start to see these people just fucking law and order doesn't matter. You can just say something and it's fact. You can get a bunch of people to believe whatever the fuck you want them to believe.
Yeah.
Just put it on the internet, and then there's thousands of people just fucking marching. And
You're watching a
nobody
culture fall apart, dude.
Right.
Whether it's
Right.
the left with the social justice warriors, the right
And-
with the Trump
and
stuff.
saying that-
if they were marching in another country, like, look, they're taking to the streets and marching.
Democracy is
You
failing.
don't compare that to here. It's the same thing, but it's just like, no, it's us. We're just going on. We're going on a
Democracy
show.
is failing.
I want to say this. We'll end on this video where this is definitely it's coming to an end. When
Is the woman throwing in the pool again?
it's this video. The woman, they're having actual
No.
models, porn stars, shark dive for TV.
Jesus.
Have you seen this?
This is the only thing that gives me faith in the culture.
This dummy goes in a cage. First of all, the cage looks like it's from a porn set. It's not even a real cage. I mean, I could fit through there.
No fucking way. This is gonna be gruesome.
Oh,
The shark gets it.
this dumb porn star goes in this stupid thing. Watch. Oh, there you go. She's fucking bit. Fucking thing. just bit her foot.
She's like, give me the fuck out.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, Maya.
Oh, boo hoo hoo.
It's not nearly as bad as it could have been.
Oh, you
That's a scratch.
Dude,
That's a big
nothing.
scratch.
She
That's a
takes
big
black
scratch.
cock in the
That's
ass.
nothing.
That's a big scratch. Though.
That's a big
opened
scratch.
Up.
Buddy, that's a cut.
Yeah, you might have
Tendon.
to. They might have to stop the
Boo-hoo.
fight for that one.
That's not healing for months.
What dummy would go? What if you looked at the shark cage and you can fit
little
through the
circle.
fucking?
What do you see when there's like the baby sharks swimming up, and you're like, oh my god, that thing is just coming right in here. Like what?
It's fucking ridiculous.
Who would think that was an okay cage?
So a porn star. Hey, we're
not
gonna
the
get you in a
smartest.
cage. You're gonna suck a dick underwater.
Okay.
With sharks around us.
Sounds hot.
I love that she got her nice.
What do you think the director said to her after?
Oops.
Sorry.
Because that's the shark's money shot.
Yeah.
So you, that's,
One of the other guys
Wow.
is
I'm
going to
glad
need to
that
fuck
fucking
that.
bandana's right on your back. You guys are the best fans ever. Support everybody. Go to our shows. Tell them you saw. I heard them on the YKWD. We'll see you later. You know what, dude?
You've been listening to the YKWD podcast. Thanks for listening. Now go back to your shitty jobs.